Me?
You're a
Tired of this
disgusting
conversation.
individual.
Not as disgusting as you are.
And Mckadow comes
Savage.
with the fucking right.
Nice.
Mate, I'd say something very insulting about your mother, but I've heard she's a stand-up individual.
No.
One old.
But anyway, roleplay. Aidan, roleplay us you being in prison, like you should have been in most of the roleplays.
I'm in prison. Oh no.
Oh no. So yeah,
Have you
last
dropped the soap yet,
time,
Chris?
last time you guys arrived in Ubersreich by boat, by river, you all kind of split up, did your own things. Priest did things in the temple. Alucard interacted with a wizard.
Yeah.
Milo and Styx got involved with some like criminals trying to sneak into town by nighttime. And Philippe the Bretonnian knight, he went to the Grail Chapel in Ubersreich, talked to the old Bretonnian there, who apparently had done something dishonorable in the past and was about to pay for it, which led to an old man being dead in the streets of Ubersreich, the guard watch showing up and taking all the Bretonnians to the barracks, where Aidan, playing as Philippe, you currently are here at the barracks, and you see a lady sitting behind the desk. She has a sweeping mane of brilliant red hair and dark blue eyes, the color of cold steel. She looks about in her mid-20s. She's young for being like a commander.
Am I cuffed?
No, they just like voluntarily took you there. You didn't like resist.
Okay.
Chris,
Yeah.
is that a penis statue?
Maybe, but probably not. It's just a
Probably.
smudge if you zoom in too far, so
Yeah,
I can't.
exactly.
Yeah.
Probably not. Probably not.
That is definitely a penis.
Nah, that ain't a penis. It looks like a statue of a sword or something like that.
Oh my
It's-
god.
it's
Wait, let's go
Slanesh
get high,
hangs
Connor. Let's just go fucking pick these
All the
mushrooms and see what
mushrooms.
happens. Yeah. Mushrooms!
So yeah, oh yeah, also in the chat
touching that
you see
mushroom, boy.
like a Gromril dagger. Somebody bought like a dwarven dagger last time and I told them that I was gonna like make it, so that's that dagger. I don't remember who had it.
Milo
I think
or
it
I
was
had it.
Milo.
I had it.
Okay, so you can grab that one.
Yeah, let me just remove my old one.
Bit my tongue by accident.
It's a bit better than a normal dagger, but not much, but it has a bit more qualities.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, Philippe, you find yourself at the barracks.
Okay. Do I need to go and talk to this woman?
The
Or have I
guards
been
like
put
take
in
you
this
up
down?
to the desk of this lady. She's just scribbling away like various parchments with like feather and ink. She kind of like tips her head up and like looks at you. What's this one in for? The guards are like, we don't know what we witnessed, ma'am. We'll let this one explain himself.
Did they not? Sorry, just to ask. Did they not take the other guy with them?
Yeah, he's there as well,
Ah, okay. Just asking because I can't really remember.
but he's not as important as the player character, so I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah, I
glancing
know.
over him.
That's fine. I just wanted to clarify he's not there alone.
I was spectating a duel.
A duel? Like,
Yeah.
like the nobles?
To the death. Kind of like nobles, yeah. I don't know how it works in Empire, but
Nobles can
Ambition.
challenge each other to a duel to the death. It's very uncommon, but there are some rules and regulations. It mostly involves fencing. Looking at you, you don't look much like a fencer, so I think that's not what happened.
well, I wasn't in it. I was a spectator.
You just look at fencing.
You were just spectating.
Yes, I needed to be there for the honourable duel between the Grail Knight and that fellow
dead old man of the
Bretonnian.
So you're a witness. Tell me
Yes.
exactly what happened then. Start at the beginning.
How far in the beginning? How I got to the town, or how I met the guy?
No, just how the man died. I don't want to hear your backstory.
So he got challenged to a duel at dawn, and they fought honorably. And
But he's not a
The Grail
nobleman of the Empire. You said they were Bretonnian?
yes, we are noble Bretonnians
Where did this happen?
in the near the Bretonnian chapel.
Ah, yes, the Great Chapel. I know of it.
It happened there.
Do you
And
have the
go-
names of the men fighting in the duel?
I do not. Let me just check.
Beside you.
I was about
Huh?
to say he's right beside you.
Yes.
Slap him. Make him talk.
I've actually got the name. I've written it down.
Oh,
I
okay.
cannot pronounce this though, but
Sir Pierre de la Bec.
Yeah, de la Bac, yeah. Okay.
Pierre de la Pac.
She points at the other knight. That's this gentleman.
Yes.
He nods. He's like trying to start to speak, but she immediately cuts him off. He's like, "Not talking to you. You come later."
Jim?
He immediately shuts up. Not like that.
That's sort of jail, is it?
Do you mind if I take my helmet off?
Please. It's very difficult listening to you speak with your helmet on.
Yeah, I'll take my helmet off. And is there a chin outside?
She's at the desk. There's some chairs there, yeah, that you can sit down on.
Do you mind if I sit down?
No, go ahead. And the man who's dead,
Okay.
what was his name?
I did not get his name.
Well,
I do not remember his name. It's all happened
okay.
quite so fast.
What's your relation with this man?
He was looking after the temple.
Ah, the old man in charge of the temple.
Yes. I heard his backstory and I was trying to help him not be sentenced to the duel.
So he's dead. That's a shame. He was a good citizen of Ubersreich. Had no complaints about it. About him.
Did you have any complaints about they're trying to burn down the temple?
Yes, many reports. Apparently there's a anti-Bretonnian sentiment rising within the town. But we of the guard are working tirelessly to stomp down these insurgents.
I think I know some of them. I think the guy told me it's the leader's name.
Ah,
Okay.
please enlighten me.
I did not get the fucking... I did not write the name down, but he did tell me the name. I remember that. Is there a thing to remember?
Sure, you can make like an intelligence to see if you know.
Ugh. Okay, average, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ah.
You do that.
I'm gonna use a fortune.
$27. Success level of +3. You heard some of their the crooks and criminals talking about a certain Nils.
What did you say?
Nils, like Nils.
Nils. Okay. I heard them talking about Nils.
Do you have a last name? There's a lot of Nilses in town.
Very common name, like Smith.
I do not know.
Very well. Do you know where did you learn of this name?
It was underneath the Uberstrike Bridge.
Ah, so they might be hanging out underneath the bridge. Yeah, that's a common spot for the lowlives of the town to hang out, to hide in the shadows of the bridge.
They was trying to scare me, and I just told them to piss off.
Okay, well, I'll send one of my investigators to go and have a little poke around.
Okay.
So, your testimony is that you were just a witness to this fight, and this fight was an honorable duel between Bretonnians, according to their customs?
Yep.
Okay. We'll get in touch with our diplomatic contacts within Bretonia to ask if this is truly common to their customs. And until we know anything until further notice, we'll have to keep your friend, the other Bretonnian knight, here in jail until we can say for certain what happens there.
Okay.
Were there any other people that can vouch for your alibi of just being a witness and not being involved in the murder of this esteemed Uberstrike citizen?
I don't know. I have my companions around here, but they wasn't with me at the time.
Okay. Well, nobody actually saw you commit the crime. The body was found closer to the other gentleman here. So for now, you are free to go. But keep in mind that the watch will keep an eye out for you. Don't get
Okay.
into any trouble.
Okay.
He wags her finger.
May I go?
Yes, you are dismissed. And then she calls in the other knight, like sits him down and starts asking him a bunch of questions as well. The guards just escort you out to the front door of the barracks, and they just push you out of there, and you're free to do whatever you want now.
I guess I'll go and try and meet my friends.
Okay, you find yourselves in the city streets. You haven't been here before. The only way you got here was by like the guard escorting you here. So do be like a
Outdoor survival? Navigation?
navigation test or an intelligence-based test to see if you can retrace your steps.
Intelligence, especially better. Alright, what?
So that you're not getting lost in the town of Uberstrike.
Okay, I do intelligence because navigation is a initiative one.
Okay, yeah, sure enough, you can, you have a rough idea on how to retrace your steps back to the Grail Chapel, and from there you know that it's just following the water to get back to the Red Moon Inn, where the others had agreed to meet.
I'm done here.
Yeah.
True.
So you just, you find yourself in the city streets. It is getting quite late in the evening. It's definitely getting dark out, like there's not a lot of civilians around anymore, just a couple of like drugs in the streets, like humming various tunes and all that kind of stuff. Okay, as you cross the Uberstrike Bridge, do me a perception test.
Can we get back there?
Yeah.
Perception.
Marginal success.
And that's with my helmet on.
Ooh. Yeah, you look around, you keep like a little lookout to see if you can spot any of these thugs that assailed you previous session, to see if you can spot any of them. But it's too late, it's too dark out, you can't really like make out any people. They are also, you know, under the bridge, you are on top of the bridge. But other than that, you don't see anything.
Okay. Oh, not jumped off the bridge, okay. I know the temple's over there, so I'm gonna just walk right.
Yeah, so you're just making your way back to the inn?
Yeah. Do you wanna drag me there or?
So everybody, except for Conan, of course.
Chris, before I left, I would ask, the wizard I was talking to, if I needed to contact you again, how would I?
That's a good question. Since he, like, you know, hides himself away in a tower that nobody has entrance to.
Yes, I must say I enjoyed our conversation. I'd like to be able to have another one sometime.
He has given you, with your minor spell that you can like produce an animal, he has given you a like special modification on that spell that you can produce a very specific bird that always knows exactly how to make its way to that wizard.
Ah. Nice.
Oh, what kind of bird?
A
Dove.
sparrow.
Raven.
Goddamn. Sparrow, yeah. Okay. Oh well, I hope to meet you again. I'll stick my hand out.
Okay, so you're still there, like leaving?
Well, yeah, I'd say that, but like before I got to here because I left last session. That's just it. And then I'd leave, and then I'd find the bridge again and follow it the way back to the tavern.
Yeah, the wizard Engel, I believe was his name. He says a hearty goodbye and was very glad with your like talk. He learned some like interesting things about the creatures of the night that he didn't know before.
So did I.
And with that, the four of you, and Styx as well, but he's not here today, so he's just the leader. You find yourselves in the Red Moon Inn at nighttime.
Don't have token within this scene. Did you know that? Thanks, Gabe.
Yeah. Just gonna
I know.
grab your stuff.
Oh, you do not own a token vision in this scene? How droll. How droll indeed.
Shame tagged me for liking Among Us.
No, I shamed you for making the Among Us meme. Be
Yeah, I'll make more.
Be part of the solution, not the problem, you son of a bitch.
Okay,
Bad bit of
it
abuse.
doesn't matter now.
A power abuse.
You realize how much this is going to be editing for Chris?
I don't care about the Among Us things now. But it's a good keyword to get my YouTube videos like in the algorithm. Just keep saying Among Us.
Among Us.
BTS.
So yeah, that probably would work.
Ryan George. Honest trailers.
Logan Paul.
Barely an inconvenience.
Wholesome.
Hot tub stream. There you go. There you go. You've gotten to the algorithm with that one.
Strain.
So you all enter into the Red Moon Inn. The common room of the Red Moon is smoky and dark, and smells sharply of a mixture of fish, smoke, and sour beer. The bar is little more than a plank, and the furnishings are shabby. Against one wall are a series of snug booths, many with curtains of tattered linen slung across them to offer some privacy. Scattering of candles and oil lamps lit the room, as the small, grimy windows offer very little illumination from outside. And you see at the table the gentleman that gave you your mission, your quest last time, that gave you the little flyer, gave you the details about everything.
The
So,
moving.
did we all arrive at the same time?
Pretty sure I was
Uh,
ordering. After I saw the thieves, I got back.
Philippe would
everyone.
definitely be here after you guys. So I guess Milo,
Yeah.
you're in here first, so you can go wherever you would like put yourself.
Yeah, nice. I get
Obviously, I
drunk.
would be here first, guys. Come on.
No.
Yeah, I would just be at the bar.
Okay. Greetings.
Morning. Or not morning, actually.
Evening.
Evening.
Good
Want
night.
anything to drink?
Just some ale.
An ale coming up. You immediately paying, or should I put this on the tab?
I'll pay now.
Okay.
Now, how much, Chris?
5 brass for an ale here.
Hey, good thing I stole some breasts.
Well, Milo steals all the time and never gets in trouble. I steal 2 times and I'm on wanted posters.
He's never been caught.
I've never been caught, but I just do it and I get it sussed out. I don't mean that Among Us wise, I mean literally. I get caught out.
So,
Doesn't matter. You're a clone.
what brings you to the Red Moon?
Another
Red
clown.
Moon? Little one.
I was here before. I talked to him.
Ah, you're the one that was here earlier today. You,
Where's this?
I saw you talking to some shady-looking gentleman. Everything end up all right?
Yep, and all right. They should be cut, if you get what I mean.
Ah, I see. Yes, we get some of those in here every now and then. It's being so close to the docks and all.
All the time, or is it just the same guys?
Some of their sort.
So that sort of, you know.
So, what colour is this room, Chris?
Sorry, did I
Colour
throw you
is
off there,
it?
Chris? I'm
Yes,
sorry.
you threw me off.
I'm sorry. You're just thinking of the Navy now, aren't you?
You know, the lowlives, the people that live outside of normal society, they come in here, enjoy a drink just as the rest of us.
Well, the docks are a common place for guys like them.
Ah, yes. And as you're having your conversation, I guess, Zoldat, you walk into the bar as well, because you were at the temple, you would have been like the second
Yeah, because
closest.
it was like also in the lower section of the bridge, yeah.
Wretched hive of scum and villainy.
The guy called Greedo comes up to me, I'm shooting him.
First.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alucard
Bad
shot
shot.
first.
Yeah, Alucard shot first.
Alucard always shoots first.
I did it so that like he moves his neck to the side to avoid the shot.
And then I just bite him.
So what do you do, Zoldat? Milo. No, Zoldat, yeah.
My eyes! It's right in here.
Yeah, it is bright in here. Dimly lit
Take
by
off all your
candlelight.
clothes
Meanwhile,
off.
it's like ah.
I'm just
Look
imagining
around.
eyes all that just walking in and going.
I'll look around to see if anyone else is here. Well, anyone else I was meeting up with.
Yeah, you look around. You recognize Milo. He's pretty easy to spot. There's not that many other patrons at the moment.
It's hard to pick him out in a crowd, but open-wise it's easier.
Yeah.
You know, because he's short.
Wow.
Wow.
I think he needs another same tag for that.
As
Double
if you
shave.
guys make short jokes all the time.
No, it would be
So I
small
think you've been a
jokes.
bit short-tempered right there.
See what you did there.
Thank you.
Sorry.
So do you approach?
Hey, Milo.
Oh, hey, Zolnat. Where have you been?
I'm dealing with some unpleasant business.
What do you mean?
Heretics.
Heretics?
I say this under my breath as well, because, like, I don't know if it would cause a panic in here if anyone did that.
I guess if he's whispering, I'm whispering as well. The heretics? What do you mean?
There was a heretical presence at the local temple of Sigmar.
Oh.
I've helped see to it, so it shall be removed, but, well, it was an experience, I'll say that much.
Oh, the one with the tentacle for hands and legs?
What? No, what experience are you thinking of?
That's what the people said outside the temple. Oh, well, it's
No such,
unbelievable.
no such things as that transpired. A madman was loose in the temple.
Oh, it did cause quite a scene outside, I'll tell you that.
And I didn't notice the outside, but it was getting busy inside as they were trying to control the crowd. So you passed by there while it was going down?
Sorry. Just my phone call.
Alright.
His halfling phone starts ringing.
Bling bling.
What tone would a halfling phone have?
Well, like a normal phone, but smaller.
Yeah, well, I guess rumors start spreading around if that tentacle thing wasn't true.
Hmm. You'd also probably notice I'm wearing some fancier ceremonial robes.
Chris, what I noticed.
Yeah, it definitely looks fancier.
Well, I see you bought some new clothes.
But no, these were, well, a reward for my actions.
Well, I guess you did deserve something.
Heretics can't be loose, especially not in temples. The corruption must be weeded out and crushed.
So
Just
what?
somewhere, Conna. I'm just giggling.
So what kind of heretic thing was he doing? Did he try to summon some demons?
I don't know if that was his goal, but he'd been sacrificing children. It was a nasty scene. I'd rather not go into too many details.
Yeah, I don't want to hear the details either.
Good, because I don't want to talk about it.
Okay,
Ugh.
and with that, Alucard, you find your way to the Redwood Inn as well. As Alucard
in.
walks in, full bone armor.
Yeah, the helmet's not on though, because I was talking to that dude. Well, good evening, guys. What have you been up to?
You know, talking to thieves.
Thieves.
That's what he's been up to, I suppose. I never asked Milo. Sorry.
Just like sneaked in, trying to find out what they're doing, and then ratted them out. I'm not a thief.
Get a good reward for it?
Not really. I didn't want the guards to notice me. I didn't want
Why
those
did
guys.
you add "I'm not a thief" onto the end of that sentence?
Just so that you weren't expecting a thief.
Right, the mere prospect of saying you're not a thief, it makes you seem suspicious that you may be a thief, since
Are
you're
you
unnecessarily.
a thief, Zonut?
Touche.
Are you a thief?
Yeah.
Who's the thief?
Anyway, drinks, please.
I will it'll be.
What's the strongest you got?
We've got a fresh case of Altor spirits in.
Ooh, how much?
That'll
bottle, not the
be.
case.
Oh, for a bottle? 10 silver shillings, and I'll put a bottle for you for the evening.
Excellent. Could you get me 3 tickets for my friends, please?
Aye.
Or 2 tickets for my friends, one for me, I should say, but he knows what I mean.
A bottle of Altor's finest, please. Yes, sir. It'll be here in a bit.
No problem, take your time. You guys eating yet?
No.
I think I did.
You think you did?
Did I, Gris?
Yeah. Well, Styx had a stew here when he wasn't in earlier today. I don't remember if you ate something. But you joined them at some point, so I imagine you also grabbed something to eat.
No, thank you. Alright.
A young man, servant, comes up and puts down the bottle and 3 cups. Here you go, sir.
Thank you very much. Is it a cork?
Yeah. It's like a glass bottle with like a cork.
I'll just pop her open and pour out 3, and then I'll slide them along the table. There you go, lads.
Thank you.
Let's get that down you. Take a wee drink, Chris. What's it like?
It's like it's bitter tasting, but it's pretty good.
That's all I can really get. I hope for it is a good taste. So I'll just have a nice little sip of this and just wait and see. So anyone seen the rest of the guys?
Nope.
Not yet.
No word from Conan, I suppose, on the off chance that he sent a bird or something.
I didn't see any messenger birds.
I was hoping he would send one back with my bird. Nothing yet.
You sent a bird out to him.
Didn't I tell you? Yeah, I sent a little messenger bird. Hopefully it makes it.
That's good, because there's no way he would have known that we're in Uberstrike.
Didn't we tell him we were going to Uberstrike?
I thought we just told him we were going to the port city.
That's probably true. It's been a while. How many days has it been since we've seen him? I've lost track.
I miss Conan.
No, I'm asking him, Chris. But actually, yeah, how long has it been?
It's been like a week, so like 8 days. Because funnily enough, a week in Warhammer is 8 days instead of 7.
Yeah.
They have an extra day.
Oh god, that's so much to do in that extra day.
I'll just recork the bottle and just wait for the rest of the lads to show up. Maybe they'll want a little glass.
I don't know why, I was
Or a
expecting to
cup, I
pour one
suppose.
for your homie. You just start pouring it on the floor. One for my homie.
And as you enjoy your evening in the tavern, like 15 minutes or so later, the Bretonnian knight, Philippe d'Artagon, walks in as well.
The prodigal
boys.
son returns. Pull up a stool and have a cup.
The retconned
Okay.
knight returns.
Jellicle cat. Jellicle.
Oh, did you see the latest one where he just randomly said Jellicle? And I'm like, oh my god, did he just reference the cats thing? Yeah, so can we get a tankard for my friend, please?
Ah, yes, and he like reaches under the desk and puts down another wooden tankard. Here you go.
I'll just pour one out for Philippe. There you go,
How's
lad.
how's that bottle treating you? You
Oh,
liking
this
the
is-
flavor?
It's really nice. Bit better on the tongue for the first taste, but it's really good. What do you guys think?
It's great. I mean, it's worth what we pay for.
I get
You
it,
all-
'cause you pay anything.
If you're all drinking, except for Alucard, you have to make me a consume alcohol test.
Okay.
This is some strong shit.
Ooh,
My boys know how to
Sweet.
drink.
those are all successes. They like they tear up In order, from success to marginal success to impressive success.
That's not an order.
Marginal goes
Glorious.
first, Chris.
Bad Chris.
From low to higher, I guess.
No.
That makes
Success, marginal, and then.
Well, so
Standard
be
to
above.
supreme.
Makes
Let it go,
sense,
Chris.
though.
Let it go. I've missed this
Uh,
game.
I was like, meanwhile, I'll just turn the lights down a bit. That's too many lights.
Yeah, now you know my pain why I was like for so long when you guys were in this on my game, just going click, click, click.
Am I still signing?
Yeah.
You shiny boy.
So I'm gonna take my helmet off and put it
No,
aside.
Wait, you drank it through your helmet?
Takes real skill.
Oh, just put
Ah,
my
my
helmet.
eyes! Just through the little crosses.
just-
Oh yeah.
just-
He
wasn't
can be
it-
like within 2 yards of you. It's a religious symbol, his helmet.
You motherfucker. Hang on. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Don't worry, I've got decent cool. I'm a cool boy. Wait, hang on.
Decent.
Was I supposed to do that challenging? Let me check my trade. It was still a succeed either way. I just need to remember for the future.
Religion.
Symbol.
Okay, that is getting a lot better now. It
You
looks.
must have some strong
It's
willpower.
it's a 0. I'll remember that for the future. Yeah, but yeah, that's still a success.
Wait, I think. Yeah. I'll put-
Right, I
that's
turned
not-
some candles down.
That's much better.
Okay, yeah, so you don't mind being next to the Bretonnian fleur de lis.
Yeah.
What was the symbol again you had on the helmet? Was it a fleur de lis?
No.
It's a big
Now I
chicken.
need to go. Yeah, it looks like a big chicken. I think it's.
Oh yeah,
big
yeah, it's
Pegasus.
what you had on your token. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, it looked like a. Yeah, Pegasus. Let's just say that.
Sure.
Okay.
'Cause I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, my
Chicken.
stat. I went through roleplay thing. I just could have just looked at my guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, so me and Conna earlier today did some like RP for him already when he's like traveling from Bretonia to Ubersrijk. So little do you
BRB.
know, he's already in the city. Wait, did you say BRB?
No, I said ERP.
Oh, yes, we did that as well.
Erotic role playing. Wow.
But yeah, Conna, you find yourself with a message you got from Alucard saying that I just told Conna that he got a message by bird to meet the rest of the party in Ubersrijk.
Anna can read, right?
What?
You can read, can't you?
He can.
Yeah.
He can.
You
yeah.
taught him.
It's literally the first skill I learnt when I was like, all these people can read around me and I can't. This is bullshit. I wanna look at some letters and be able to understand the squiggles.
Oh yeah, didn't you
Yeah.
like, to, like teach him how to read and write?
Yeah, I
you-
remember that,
You
yeah.
taught me how to read and write.
It's been weeks, sorry, but yeah, just double checking.
Yeah, I want to say it's been a couple months in real life as well.
It's been longer than that.
Well, a couple months.
Yeah, it's been longer than a couple of months. We've been playing this game longer than that.
Yeah.
Five.
So yeah,
Take
you
it or leave
arrive
it.
eventually taking your journey from Bretonia to here, doing various events, doing an endeavor, fighting some orcs and other nasties on the roads. Because you know, traveling by roads is not the safest, but you get here eventually. You find yourself in front of a big gate of Ubersrijk. It's getting quite
Wow.
late in the evening, so there's a few people trying to get into town, but there's not that many. As you move in with the crowd of people, you
Okay.
eventually reach the guards. One of the guards stops you. There's a 5 brass very toll to enter the city.
Okay. I'll just give him the 5 brass. I ain't got no time for banter.
Okay. Are you armed? As he looks at you, just strapped with spears and knuckle dusters and big gauntlets.
I am.
What business do you have in Ubersrijk?
I'm meeting a company here. But by trade, I'm a pit fighter.
Ah, pit fighter. I see.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
enjoy the city. And they
Oh,
move
sweet.
on the side, and you're allowed entrance. You notice that behind you, the portcullis is being closed. City's closing for the night. It's getting too late. No one enters, no one
my God.
leaves.
Thank God I just got in time. I've got 2 questions. Chris, how's my ass? And then I ask him,
Your donkey.
is there any, is there any place he'd recommend? Did the donkey not make it?
Oh no, the donkey's there with you.
Way, he's got character. This donkey has. Yeah, is there any places you'd recommend? You know, being new to this town, I have no idea.
What you looking for? A place to stay?
Yes. Like, what would be the most popular place for newcomers coming in that would probably be told, oh yes, if you're gonna meet up, this would be like the inn or whatever.
The cat house is always a good place to be, especially at this time of night.
The cat house.
Yes.
Sounds like a stand-up place.
Right
I think I'll go
beside
there
the
then. How'd you get there?
You've got coin to spend?
Yes.
Oh, then the cat house is definitely the right place. My shift is ending here. I think I'm gonna go for a visit as well. I'll go with you.
Ah, wonderful.
So you're new to town, eh?
Yep. Had to deal with some business in. I was gonna say Uber strike then. In Bretonnia, but sorted out the mess, and I'm looking for my party, looking for my friends.
Oh, the land of the Bretons. We've got quite a few over here in the town. How did you find Bretonnia? I've never been there myself.
Oh God, where do I start? Just a shithole. No, I mean, it was quite nice. Like some bits were more desirable than others, but overall, when you've got good friends, you know, you can make the best out of a bad situation, and the best out of a better situation.
Ah, yes.
It was nice.
You know, like they say, they would be better off if they belonged to the Empire.
Oh, yes. Oh yes.
And he just like guides you through the streets, like striking up a casual conversation. What do you plan on doing with your donkey?
To be honest, I didn't expect the donkey to survive at this point, but I'll tell you what. Johnson, my donkey, has done quite well for himself. It's the only place that I could. Yeah, he's my arse and my Johnson's. But I don't know. Like, what can I do with him? Maybe a farmer wants him to. I don't know. I'll probably have to do more thinking about it. To be fair, I've never owned an animal before. Yes, to a nice home with children.
Oh. Well, there's definitely people who would be willing to take him off your heads. For now, for the night, you can stable him outside of the cat house. They've got people taking care of mounts over there.
Yeah. Come on, Johnson.
They're good with asses at the cat house.
Yeah. Yeah, eventually going through the winding streets of Ubersreich, you reach the cat house. A stylized brass cat hangs above the cat house. It is a dockside brothel dedicated to Katya, the goddess of disarming beauty. The sizable 4-story building caters to clientele of all species and classes, and is protected by ever-present bouncers, although most of its staff present as female. All tastes are catered for.
Is there a Skaven in there? What the fuck is this place?
Not
What?
all tastes. there's no
Listen,
Skaven in there.
Ah, it's a house of sin.
Yeah, the guard like that you were with, he immediately disappears in the crowd, like just surrounded by like a group of ladies immediately, and they whisk him away.
Yeah, my friends are probably in here. Right, Johnson. I'm gonna go and see if my mates are in there. I may or may not be out for a while. Or at all. You know, shit can go wrong. But if shit goes bad, you know what to do.
You find yourself being greeted by a solidly built woman. She looks to be in her 50s.
Well, hello there.
Greetings.
Oh my.
Welcome to the cat house. I am Frau Jalla Krump. What brings you here today on this fine evening?
Well, I was just seeing if my friends are in here.
Ah. Well, if they are men of culture.
Ah.
What kind of friends are you looking for? We can definitely provide some for the right price.
As the cogs are ticking in my head, I'm like, wait a minute. I don't really know what I'm looking for. This is my first time being in this establishment.
Ah. Your first time, you say?
In this establishment.
Ryan Conna, right?
She claps her hands like a young, voluptuous woman comes down the stairs. She greets you. Her name is, oh my god, her name is Edelheidis Alicia Keller. She is young, dressed in in robes, like almost see-through robes. You can barely make out body parts, but not quite.
Oh, a bosom.
A bosom indeed.
Yeah, be careful this ain't a Slanesh place. You've already had an experience like that.
Oh, I'm about to have an experience, boy.
She greets you, and the older woman in her 50s, Fra Yella Krub, says, for only 5 gold coins for the night, you can spend your evening here in the company of this wonderful young woman.
Yeah, my friends will definitely be here by tomorrow. Sure.
And we never see Conna again.
Just end up working at the brothel.
Okay, you pay the 5 gold coin to the woman. She thanks you, and the younger lass takes you by the hand to a more secluded private room. And she is a devout follower. She is a blessed priestess of the cult of Katya, and she is committed to converting people to her religion in this establishment. So, while doing whatever you paid for to do with this lady, she will also bestow you with the wisdom of the cult of Katya.
God bless this place. God bless Katya.
And, just to give you a little idea of what she looks like.
Ah! Katya!
There we go. Oh, accidentally dragged it away. It is definitely not a lady from Ragnarok.
What aggress.
So you're gonna spend your night there?
Yep.
Okay. Now, as a question from me, the GM, to you, the player, are you interested in the cult of Katya?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. So you are
Tell me
willing
more,
to
tell
become
me more.
indoctrinated into this cult?
Hell yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, in all fairness, the demons didn't speak to me last time. So, why not? No one invited me to other cults.
Yeah. If you forfeit your experience from this session, so you get nothing at the end, I will give you you will get the bless talent and the blessings that are associated with the cult of Katya.
Hell yeah. I will do that.
Okay, cool.
I could have holy vengeance fists. Let's go.
Or horny vengeance.
Ah, Aidan, you know.
And depending on how well you act according to the cult of Katya that you are now officially a part of, you might be able to earn a miracle over time. So this is a little information sheet of what the cult of Katya is all about. Feel free to read this whenever you want, it details what they are, their worshippers and stuff like that. But the most important part is their strictures. They have 5 strictures. Number 1, promote beauty, romance and passion whenever possible. Seek it out in unlikely situations and bring it to bloom. Never stand in the way of true love. Do not let people fall in love with love or surrender to passion simply for its own sake. This is an opening for the Prince of Excess, which is Slanesh.
Slanesh.
Oppose Slanesh and his followers whenever and however possible. So this cult is like the sexy human cult that is the opposition of the Slanesh cult, of the evil one.
Even though technically they're into the same stuff, Slanesh does it in a more evil manner.
Yeah. And the final stricture, never let one of Katja's brothel/temples or shrines fall into disrepair and become unlovely. Their beauty reflects their mistress, after all. And the blessings you get is the blessings of charisma, conscience, fortune, healing, protection, and righteousness.
I'm just gonna copy this somewhere quickly. D&D 4th edition. This folder is too big to fucking do this. You fucking asshole. Alright. Jesus.
But yeah, this is in the journal thing. This little information about the cult of Katja. I'll just give you all permission to like see it. If you ever wanna like pop this back up and see what they are about, what their miracles are and stuff like that.
Sorry, my alarm's just gone off.
Okay, giving you your blessings. So Conan is having a fun time. I'm gonna jump back to the Red Moon Inn while he's on the phone.
Oh boy!
So you guys are drinking, spending your time. You see like the servant at the table that like gave you the job. Is there anything else you would like to do for the night? Or are you just gonna spend the night together drinking and then retire to some bedrooms? The servant did earlier say that like bedrooms staying at the Red Moon Inn was on him. You don't have to pay because you accepted the job.
God, I wonder how my priest is doing.
So what do you want to do, Alucard?
What are we gonna do on the bed?
Currently muted.
So
I did
Al
not realize
Capone
this.
to do on the-
I said, what was the entire job details again, Chris? Like, what was the like completion?
Yeah, so
Blah,
the
blah, blah.
official job is to go to a manor, the Grunwald Manor, to go and investigate possible
And then
servants getting up to no good.
bodyguards
like,
and movers. Yeah.
But
where
the
is
unofficial
Peter?
job is you're going as movers to just like help move furniture and stuff like that.
Yeah, who has Peter?
Ain't I meant to be the bodyguard as well? Because
Yeah, me and you are going to be bodyguards. Yeah. Where's Peter?
Oh yeah, he would just be with you guys in the inn. Whoop.
Okay, yeah, it's just he's going to be mover. So, well, I guess we should get a good night's sleep and then take this job tomorrow, isn't it?
Alucard, you said you sent a message to Conan that we're in in this place, right?
Yes. Well, I didn't know that. Like I said it before we got to here, so not the specific place. Would you like me to send another bird?
We should probably, as if he's
Yeah.
in here and we don't find him.
I'll give it a try. And I whispered to Milo, I heard magic's actually kind of illegal. You need like a thing, so I'm going to do this outside. And then I'll...
Sure thing.
you want to join you?
Sure.
Need to
I
get some
go-
quests here.
Yeah, how goes your quest anyway?
Went into a Grail Knight.
Okay. I ran
He's
into a
well
witch hunter.
rested. You ran into it sometimes.
Yeah, and this one was a prick.
Well, if he we can handle him.
Yeah, we definitely can. He was an embarrassment.
But the temple seems nice.
That's good.
There was an old guy there, but he's dead now.
You killed him?
That's
No,
not good.
a Grail Knight killed him because he betrayed Britannia.
Nah, I'm still not getting that unless I'll try again in a second. He betrayed Britannia. Huh. Right, well, that is the law. But we are in the Empire. I'm sure that went down well, like a sack of shit.
Well, he's in jail now, so.
As expected.
Well, I nearly got chucked in jail as well.
Oh, God.
They thought I killed him as well.
I
I had to explain that I was just a spectator.
don't suppose you've seen any lakes in the city. I was going to give that praying thing a try by the lake. I did that in air quotes.
Pray.
Yeah, like I want to see if this is still weird for me. Ever
I
since,
don't ask.
you know. Yeah, you go and ask. I'll try this again.
Any lakes in the city?
Excuse me?
Is there any lakes in the city?
Jesus Christ.
Lakes, you say?
Yeah.
There are some private lakes in the
Oh no.
in the noble sector, where the nobles just have their own little lakes in their gardens. You know how fancy people be like. There's a bigger lake in Blackrock, but that's a castle that's not open to the public normally either.
Give me, man. Is that where we're going? Blackrock? I'll ask this guy.
Oh, yeah. He's like a bit like occupied, just like writing all scrolls and stuff like that. You approach him, he looks up. Sorry, what did you say?
Are we going to Blackrock tomorrow? Is
Blackrock?
that where we're going? Yeah.
No.
No?
We're leaving Ubersreich to go into the Grunwald Forest, where the Grunwald Lodge is situated. My master, Lord Rickard, has already rode ahead of us, accompanied by some hired guards. He'll meet us there. We're to travel at first light in the morning.
Okay.
The bartender should know that your rooms have been paid for, so you are welcome. You and your companions are welcome to stay here.
Okay. Does the place that he owns have a lake?
The forest is a bit dangerous surrounding the Grunwald Lodge. There have been herds of beastmen spotted, so we have not had the chance to explore the surrounding area. There might be a lake, but not one that I am aware of. The manor ground itself does not hold a lake.
Okay.
So actually yelling for Zolnat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because Elicard forgot that he doesn't have no quill.
I think Alucard is yelling for you.
That
You
bitch
bastard.
got no quill.
Still not, you fuck.
You
I
miscast,
said yes.
Yeah, come here.
you miscast your first spell. You needed to do a cool test or gain a broken condition, but you successfully did your cool test, so you're not broken.
And I also fucked the crops within 6 miles.
Within
Shit,
6
was that what that
miles?
was? Like,
Yeah,
oh,
I fucked
no.
the crops.
Willpower bonus
Damn.
fields within willpower bonus miles suffer a blight, and all crops rot overnight. Oh no.
Oops.
Well, shit. There's
That's
gonna be a
fine.
famine in this place soon. We should.
Yeah, that's fine.
Miles.
What do you need?
Sir?
Do you have a quill or something?
Writing kit. I only got 2 parchments left though.
Let me check my bag.
What do you need?
Just let me borrow that ink and let me have a look and see if I have a bit of paper. Check my side bags. Well, I do have this, but I don't want to use it. And it's the naughty list from
from Sandal Claws.
yeah, that just has Philippe's name on it. I just find it hilarious.
I still have 2 pieces of parchment or sheet left.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll get you some more tomorrow. Let me just write a note here, and then I'll.
Thanks. Do you need both of them or just one?
Just one. And here, hold
Alright.
this. And I'm holding a bird.
Okay.
And then I'll just write.
I'll
try to write. Turn around a second. Did you turn around?
Yeah. So
Then I'm going to put the parchment on your back and write on it because I realized writing on a cobblestone wall with fucking quill is going to be impossible. So I'm just going to quickly write, Conan, if you got the last message, I hope you're well. We're currently staying at the Red Moon Inn in Uberstrike. Hope this will see you well. And then I'll sign it with a kiss.
Aw.
Oh.
Just like last time.
Aw.
bitch. And then I'll roll her up and I'll give it to the bird. Thank you for holding the bird. Go, my pretty, go. Fine, Conan.
Fly,
I like the
my
fact as
pretty
you're watching
fly.
you just see it start going the opposite direction. Like, wait a minute.
Well, I don't know where you are. It could be going the right direction for all I know. It's like, well, thanks for that. And then I'll put
the
away
bird
everything.
takes off, and you just see it fly across like the river that's in the middle of the town.
Yeah. I didn't know where the fuck Conna is. He could be coming from any direction. If he's even alive.
Oh, I'll be coming from every direction. Don't worry, I'm built up a little bit.
Yeah,
Jesus
Conan.
Christ.
Oh my god. Oh my Sigmar. You're in a little private
What the
room.
fuck is this pigeon doing?
So yeah, there's no like, it's just the open windows, no actual like glass or anything fancy in the windows. So just like a bird just like flies straight into your room where you and the lady are.
I thought it was
This-
gonna fly into. For a second, I thought it was gonna fly into the window like Nigel from Finding Nemo.
Wait a minute, this ain't part of the service, is it?
I thought it was going to fly into some other sort of opening.
Oh!
No, this bird is not one of my toys.
Toys!
Oh, it's got a letter. Okay.
Let's just go. I think that's where it's
Start reading the letter as the bottom half of me is at work. Hope this is well.
She's like, as you're trying to read this letter, she's like caressing your body, like feeling you up. She's very distracting, making it hard to concentrate on this letter.
Try and concentrate. I'll try my best. I'll try to do my best to read this letter while getting fondled.
Okay.
But if it comes to, I'll just wait.
The birds.
No, to read the letter. If it comes to it, if I can't concentrate, I'll just get back to the task at hand.
So the letter just pretty much says that they are at the Red Moon Inn in Ubersreich and leaving by dawn.
Fuck's sake, do they never like to stay in one place for more than a second? Okay. I mean...
So
they
Conna,
probably got...
you have until dawn to meet with the others.
Oh. My love, I've only got until dawn. Until I have to meet the others. Make it worth it. Okay then. I guess I would ask her, I was like, do you have anybody that could take a letter for me?
A letter? No, we don't really have messengers here. Most of our clients tend to not want to spread any information around of them being here.
Why? This is such a lovely establishment.
Ah, yes, but their significant others don't tend to agree.
Oh. that didn't even cross my mind. Huh. Okay, that's fair. I'm like,
What was that?
How far?
What was that bird with the letter about?
Oh, it's my companion I was actually looking for, and I thought they'd be here. Apparently they're at another place, and I've got until dawn to go see them, or I'll be left behind.
Oh, well then let's make the most of the night. Shh, curtains
Oh.
close.
Thank you, pigeon. Wait, is the pigeon still there, just watching? Get out! Get fucking out! Go on!
How dare you, sir? How dare you think I wouldn't use this opportunity to make a reference? It's an owl.
Oh. Ooh, who sent you? Who? Wait, I know who sent you. Go back!
As it flies out,
That's
a
it.
green bolt hits it in the air.
What's your
Hedwig!
What's your plan, Conan?
No.
Are you gonna spend the night here, or just stay for a few more hours and then head towards this other inn?
I'm going to stay, but could I have, with animal training, could I have like
What?
made the owl going to Alucard? To Alucard?
Send it back.
When I send
Yeah,
it back.
just
I thought you were going
Yeah.
to use it on the Wombat.
What are you gonna
Cheap.
like? Are you gonna like spend your time writing a letter?
no. I'm just gonna say, go to Alucard. Like, just try and send it back. If Alucard realizes that, the owl's back sooner than anticipated, literally a few minutes,
Okay,
Well,
he
That's
might
a good
realize I'm in the town.
make me an animal handling check if you when you're trying to shove this all back out of the window. Get out of here! Get out of here! It's my private time.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Are you one of those ones that when the cat's staring at you, you have to put it out of the room?
I don't enjoy myself. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. This probably ain't gonna go very well. I've got like a 13 chance
Oh.
to get this done.
You can do it.
If it's oh, yeah, marginal success.
Go on! Ah! Get off that!
The
Not
bird,
you.
The bird flies off, and the actual bird, not the lady.
Ha!
Fucking slaps her arm right out the window.
Right. Ha. Where were we?
I feel like that's been in a TV show already.
It
It
makes its way back to the Red Moon Inn. It's not far. It's literally just across the river, so it'll take this bird like no time. Like you guys are probably still outside, like talking
Yeah.
about things as your owl
Go to
just
the
comes like flying back. Did you pull the message off of it, or did you leave the message back on the bird, Conan?
I would have. Yeah, I would have put the message back and just maybe.
Rip something off.
If you got lipstick, my love. Just put lipstick on, just gave it a kiss and sent it back.
Okay.
Why didn't you just get her to kiss it?
Yeah, that's what you're gonna do. You
Mine.
ain't even put it on. Oh,
He needs to know it's from me.
This woman is like, this is a weird one. No, I'm not sure what's happening here.
So you want him to be a part of your cult?
oh
I'm
yeah,
trying to
Beauty,
keep
he's
on
doing his
keep
cult
on
thing
the
already.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's just gonna be a guy with makeup now.
Your bird returns with a message still
What do you
attached,
mean,
but this
isn't
time
that Tilo?
with some kissy lips on it.
Well, what the hell? I open it up.
It's just the same message, just with added lipstick.
Conan can read, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm asking the guys.
Oh.
Yeah, Gordon.
I think so.
Did you teach him well? Because this thing only has lipstick on it. And
Sorry, I only speak the one language.
a few
Love.
minutes ago. Did this get delivered? Did you go to the wrong place? Stupid bird.
You don't know. He may be in like a secret room with a woman.
Who?
Something.
You guys are taking so long. What the hell is going on?
I have no idea. I was going to go to my leg, but this message came back that I tried to send to Conan like after just a few minutes, and it's got lipstick on it now. Hmm. I have an idea. All right, bird, go to Conan, and I'm going to try to follow the bird.
Okay.
I'll come with.
Just
Yeah.
back up. Just back to what I'm doing. Like, son of a bitch, the owl's back again.
No.
You should have kept the message at least.
You could have told him to follow the road.
Follow the Yellow Brick Road.
Peter.
So I'm trying to murder you guys.
He's helping himself to the bottle. Oh my god.
Motherfucker.
You did well until you snorted the piss head.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing?
Peter.
You see Peter just slumped over the desk with the bottle like laying next to him, like the liquid
you
just
son of
like
a
dripping
bitch.
out of it.
Grab the
Oh.
bottle. What's left of it?
Someone drown
There's
him.
just like a little like slush in the bottom of the bottle left.
All over him.
Motherfucker. Yeah, I'm pouring it over him.
Master.
You don't drink other people's shit, Peter.
Oh sorry, it just smelled so good I couldn't help myself.
Go
The
get a lie
bartender is just
down.
kinda like cleaning his mugs with like a smirk on his face.
I'd hit you if it wasn't so funny. Mate, could you keep an eye on him? Make sure he gets to his room. We're gonna head out for a bit.
Aye, I've seen this before plenty of times. I'll make sure that he doesn't pass out.
Good lad. Thanks.
It smells
And,
some of the garlic, boy.
I'll chuck him just a brass as a tip.
Garlic.
So
For,
nice.
for your trouble.
Thank you.
That seems so
My
nice.
voice keeps changing, but thank you.
It's fine.
Um,
Let me just take a
so
brass.
yeah, you just you sent the bird off again.
Yeah, and then we're gonna follow it.
Is that a lemon? Like, does it say how long your produced animal stays around?
Let me see. Magic produce small animal. Duration instant.
Oh, so I guess.
The spell does nothing if there's no appropriate location. The temperament of the animal is not guaranteed, so it could be pissed off. Yeah, no, it's just like this is what I think. Like it keeps saying you reach into a bag, pocket, hat, under a rock, bush, burrow, producing a small animal that you expect in the vicinity. Blah 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 blah. There are no appropriate local animals. The spell does nothing. So I think what I'm doing is not creating the animal. I think I'm teleporting it from one area nearby and just grabbing it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
If you read it just the way it's sort of worded, it seems like I'm just sort of like teleporting it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a fun one. It's produce, not create. You know. It feels like that's what it's meant to be doing. I don't know.
Yeah,
I just assumed like a wizard thing.
yeah,
just got, like, a
that's
frozen-
how I
frozen
see it as
budgie
well. But it
in
is
your
your
pocket
spell.
of
If you want it to work like that, then I'll just go with it.
It's just from the way it's worded, but it's up to you. Like, if you want it to be like create the animal, that's fine.
Yeah, the way I see
Gotcha.
it is like you reach into a bag, pocket, or hat, or under a rock, bush,
Yeah.
or burrow, so you find like something that you can pull something out. It doesn't necessarily need to be a hat, but just like any hole will do, as Conna is in a brothel.
And it,
Yeah,
so
it's just the
any-
next line that makes me think that it's like if there are no appropriate local animals, the spell does nothing. If I'm
Oh,
creating it, why would it do nothing?
Well,
We need to get you in this
produce
brothel.
a small animal of a type you would expect to find in the vicinity. So if you're like in a
Ugh.
area completely like devoid of any animal life, there is nothing to
Ugh.
be expected to find there, so it would produce nothing.
Or in
That's
the
fine.
sewers, it
Like,
might be
well, it's
rat
up to you
or
how long it
something.
lasts then, or if it's just alive. It's up
Yeah.
to you.
I was gonna say like in the frozen north, but I guess there are animals in the frozen north as well, like a polar bear or whatever.
No,
Oh, yeah, but I'm not gonna pull a polar bear out of, and it's not a small animal. It has to be small.
Oh, you just pull out a little penguin.
And so, yeah, I'll
Like a
leave that to your
penguin.
discretion, Chris. If you want it to be a time limit, or if you want it to just be alive, that's up to you.
It'll eventually just like an animal just take off on its own. It doesn't
Yeah.
like stay under your command forever.
No,
but,
no, like the temperament of the animal is not guaranteed. It's not like my pet. It just does
Yeah.
a thing.
But for now, it is definitely still around. So you send it back off, and you intend to follow it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like
Give
to
me
think
like
Rapunzel's just outside chilling.
it is pretty dark out, but you have night vision or dark vision, one of the two. So you can make me like an easy perception test to see if you can keep an eye on the bird.
What do you see if you're vampire?
A marginal success.
Good thing I'm not wearing my helmet. That would have failed.
Milo's like,
Fuck
I
off,
see
Milo."
it, I see it.
I got it.
Just have him on my shoulders.
Just following up, like them two.
And the bird goes in a straight line, like if you are on the map here, like over the river to the other side.
Ah, bugger.
You probably just see me just fucking push it back out the window. Fuck off!
I mean, the river
Well,
is like pretty wide.
yeah. Right, so it goes in a straight line. Do we see which building it lands at?
It's going into the direction of one of the bigger looking buildings over there. Like if you look on the map, it definitely like stands out. If you
It's
would
probably a pub or like a pit fight or something over there. Let's
and
head
then,
round
like,
over the bridge.
it's like candlelight and stuff coming out of the windows. Like it seems like everything else is kind of like dark, like most people are sleeping, but this place is still very much like active.
Oh, I'm definitely
Okay.
pit fighting, my friend.
And one we tick. Yeah, I can get over the water. All right, let's go over the bridge.
Okay.
We're gonna go over the
What's
entire
that
that bird.
coming
That's not the
over
right
the
command.
bridge? Is it a
Why am I saying
monster?
it? Get off my token.
Is it a monster?
I make
Oh.
glorious weather.
As you travel, you notice even though it is nighttime, it is glorious weather. Beautiful
Short-term
conditions
ambitions.
inspire you and give you cheer. You can add a new short-term ambition. When it's concluded, you do not replace it with a new one. Or so you get an extra short-term on top of your short-term.
Oh,
Fine, Conan.
Get fucked.
Fuck. Wasn't
I
expecting
mean-
that to come. That would be good because I've had this keep with a bonus one for ages. Fine, Conna. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, it
Can
might
it
not
be
put me in
a
the
party
brothel.
short term?
Is it a big brothel?
I want to
It's for the four
definitively.
of you.
I would like to definitively find out. Oh, it's for all of us.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a party one. I was about to
This is
say. I
the
was,
travel
Yeah.
event for your like group traveling.
Short team.
well, how long do you think that should take, Chris?
This one can be very short since it's from like an event. If you like finding Conan is too short, but
Yeah, of
anything
course.
that you can do like today is like good enough.
How about just do that successfully do the quest we were given? That's what we want to do anyway, right? That job.
Okay.
Do we have a short term and a long term already?
No.
I have nothing for you guys.
We have nothing. We've completed it and we never got another one. Because we can't think of one yet. There's not really a definitive thing we all want to do.
Yeah.
Help Conan become a god.
I guess the short term could be help Peter.
Yeah.
Should
And
we do
then-
that? Help Peter and his family?
That's not Soldat saying that. That was me just typing it down as a reminder for myself.
Is Peter spelled with P-I-T-E-R or...
Peter. Well,
it
that's
is,
if you're not spelling it correctly.
Peter. P-I-T-E-R.
Yeah. Pitta.
Peter
There you go.
Ripsel.
Is that
Do you
alright,
wanna-
Chris?
Do you want to
For
put that
our
in
short-term party ambition?
Yeah.
Cool. Because that'll take a while to get north and all that shit.
I thought we already
Who the
had
fuck
that as
is
a
Gia?
short-term party ambition.
No, well, we never wrote it down.
I did. I still have it.
What's our long term?
What?
It
Get
doesn't matter have a
married,
long
like
term.
you did.
No.
Oh, okay, we haven't.
What do
come up
we
with one
not have then?
then. Just a long term. All right.
I
Well,
was having fun how the
I
tokens
saw
were moving
that.
on the grids. They were like splitting up, grouping up together again.
So out of what are these buildings in front of us? Like the buildings we saw that most likely the bird went into.
So it's mostly like just town housing on this side of the river with very few
Mhm.
like warehouses and stuff like that, and just a big
bars.
building looking like a tavern with like a stylized brass cat hanging in front of the entrance. There is lights coming through the windows. You hear very much like men and ladies making merry and all kind of other noises.
This is a
Conan
brothel,
is
isn't it?
definitely in here.
Yeah. That would explain the lipstick.
You look up, you see like they all just in the window opening,
Aye.
just like flapping its wings.
Oh,
Fuck
I've
off,
got.
I told you.
Oh, I will.
Ada, Caden.
I'm about to punch the
I've
owl.
got this will be funnier.
Excuse me,
Nice.
Conan, did you say you're punching the owl?
I said I was about to punch the
Oh.
owl like from Conan, where he punches the camel.
Damn it! Oh, hang on, Chris. Can I try to cast one more minor one just for fun?
Okay.
Did you hear something?
Right. Right in Conan's ear, he hears my voice going, "You having fun?"
Come.
You cast your voice to a point within first, regardless of line of sight. The voice signs with a point, all within earshot. We'll hear it. So the woman hears that too.
Oh god.
Your face is barrowed in between this lady's like bosom. You're just like motorboarding like crazy, and you suddenly hear Alucard's voice.
You having fun?
I instantly come. What?
You sick fuck.
Heavy rain today.
You know you're a true. You know it's a true bro if you come when they say, "Are you having fun?" Right. I look around the room as I'm confused.
And then Chris comes in, I'll use my second overcast to say, "I'm over here." just fuck with him. No, not near the window.
As your eyes dart around the room, you see the same owl again, and you hear, "I'm over here."
Alucard, you can turn into an owl.
This is
No,
great.
you know who? I'm asking you. I'm just gonna look out the window. Whoop. Just put my head out.
The owl like
Sup,
flutters
fucker?
away.
Hey, guys, I found you.
Oh, you found us, did you?
Did you find the lipstick on the message?
Yeah, we were across the river. We were like, what the fuck? Why is it back so quick?
Next
Ah,
to
see.
Conna out of the lady. Out of the woman.
Oh.
Out of the woman out of the window. A woman peeks her head out as well. It's like, "Oh, are those your friends? Are they gonna join us?"
You should kneel. You should kneel as the Lady of the Lake.
There's definitely a lake around it now.
Oh, snap.
I don't
There's a
think
lake?
they're going to join.
And they didn't.
No,
Nope.
I wouldn't want to catch that disease he has.
What disease?
Alucard's fucking up here.
Exclamation mark above her head. Trun.
Wait, you talking about Aidan?
Yeah, sure.
Who's Aidan?
Philip? I know, it was this one.
Who's
nerdy person. Who the fuck are you?
I'm Gaston.
No, you're not.
She's doing a political protection on herself.
You can add it to two other people. Well, one other person. I don't know.
I'm just thinking to myself, like, who's this other person with the disease? The priest? I didn't think the holy people could get diseases.
What?
Must be the halfling. I mean,
He's dead.
He's close to the ground.
What does he have him being close to the ground?
Dirty feet, I don't know, maybe knobs hanging on the floor all the time. So,
She retires back into the room and lays herself on the bed.
so, what are you guys up to?
Waiting on you. You done yet?
I mean, I bought a room for the night.
Uh,
I mean, I can join you guys if you want. I just need to literally put on my trousers.
or you guys want to go in?
Not interested.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's a very pretty.
There
it's a
is
pretty
something.
nice
There is
place.
something I'm curious about. There's something that Alucard's been curious about something, so he's going to go check for something.
A
was
priest,
I-
a
Come in.
halfling, a knight, and a vampire walk into a brothel.
I don't have no money.
Oh, that's a shame. And
Yeah, I guess
walk
I'll
back-
see you
I walk,
later.
I walk backwards into the door, just like. ba-do-ba-do.
You gonna pay for it?
I'm not going to pay for you to have sex, man. That's weird.
Okay, yeah,
Just to make-
the lady that
Uh.
looks like in her 50s, Frau Jella Krump, greets you. She's a bit like startled by your look, because you're wearing like bone armor. She's like,
Yeah.
oh my,
Got the helmet off though.
that's quite a look you've got going on for you there.
It intimidates my foes. How are you doing today, madam?
It's been a fine evening. Business is good.
Sorry for the ruckus outside. Just calling to our friend. Seems to have been a patron of yours for the night.
Oh, it happens. That's quite often a ruckus outside here. The drunks, they always get up into a mood.
What sort of race has he got here, to be blunt?
Anything you can find in the Empire.
Skaven. Get
Got
those hairy
male,
titties,
female,
boy.
humans, dwarves, gnomes, halflings, elves. The elves are quite rare, because they are a bit like...
What sort of elves?
They see themselves above this kind of thing.
What sort of elves?
We just have
Wood?
we just have some new what would you call them? I was gonna say patrons, but not that's who goes there.
Employees?
Yeah, we just have some new employees. A fresh pair of wood elven siblings. They're a bit wild.
Oh,
What age are they? Hundreds?
I didn't ask, but they look quite young. But that can be deceiving with these elves.
Yeah,
well,
I'd rather know the age if they're going to look quite young, Would you mind asking?
They don't look like children.
Yeah, I'd rather know the age. Alucard's pretty much he's looking for an elf to sit around his own age. He has no sex with someone his own age. He's trying not to give away the fact that he's old.
Yeah. She'll just call them over, and you can ask them yourself. It's like it's a very slim, beautiful looking man with blonde hair, blue eyes, elven male, and his sibling is like a female, a wood elven female with more chestnut brown hair and bright green eyes.
oh god, it's gonna be that scene from Castlevania.
No, I'm gonna ask the girl. Yeah, that's a good point actually with Alucard and everything. I'm gonna ask the girl. How old are you, my dear?
In human years,
In human years.
I would be around 120.
I'll take this one.
I want that one.
I want that one.
Ah, no.
I'm quite new to this, but I've been told that this is a good way of making coin in human settlements.
Yeah, it can be quite profitable if you're in the right place.
And they've promised me that I would be treated respectfully.
Oh.
You
Serious?
no, I'm not gonna say it. It's like, oh, I'll be gentle, probably.
Well, since the elves are more rare and a bit more uncommon, it'll be 8 gold coins to spend the night with this lovely young lass. Well,
No
young.
problem. And I'm so tempted. Do it.
I mean, you are
Is it
very
worth the 8
prepared.
gold? Yeah. Okay. And I'd like to hire the man there for my friend outside. He's in knight's armor. If you could go out and get him.
Very well.
That's I'll take 16 gold. It's so worth the 8 gold.
Yeah, it is.
He likes keep it on the down low, but he likes it when you're a bit forceful.
Well, Jake isn't gonna join us anymore, so I guess that's what his character got up to.
He got joined in a brothel. Oh, Jake's gonna try and fuck you. I gotta just take the gold off. 16. I guess he was 8 gold as well, was he, Chris?
8 gold as well, yeah. So Aidan, Philippe, you noticed that the elf that was following you around hasn't been following you around for a while anymore. Like, you haven't seen him in ages. And there he is. He comes walking out of the brothel, and with a more like sultry voice than you normally hear him. He says like, "I've been paid for a man in knightly armor. You show me how strong he is."
I don't go for men.
I mean, he's been paid.
Well,
And Philippe
the
stands there.
services have been paid for.
Yeah, I'll rather have a swap.
Yes. Well, come into the brothel. We'll see what we can work out with the madame.
I don't think you should go in there, Philippe.
And before he even he's even out the door, I've taken the girl by the hand and gone upstairs, just so I have to avoid this.
Okay.
Make an endurance test to see how well you do.
No, I don't, because I'm going to have to be gentle. It's just new. I'm not an asshole. I wrecked that fucking one because she was cocky. Remember the first one? He was a cocky bitch, and I was like, "Oh, I'll fucking show you, bitch."
I like how you say you're not an asshole. You just investigate Aidan.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
the elven lass that you're with, she's very like new to this. She's been around for like 120 years, so she's not like, she's not a virgin. She knows what's what. But she hasn't been in a brothel before.
Yeah, I'll be, nice.
Okay, cool.
I like to think I just look out the window and it's just those two are standing there now, like.
Well,
the Bretonnian knight in full plate armor follows the male elf into the brothel. Madame, this man here says that he does not like the services of a man and he would perform a woman.
Chris, that's what you just said before. the Bretonnian knight in full armor follows the elf into the brothel. That's got to be the title.
So, are you two just still standing outside now? Everybody's come into the brothel.
So the madame looks you over, Aidan. What do you tell her? Or Philippe, rather?
I do not like men, I like women.
Your friend here, well, I presume he is your friend. Somebody else here paid for this man's services to entertain you for the night.
Well,
He's one of our most expensive products we have here.
I know who he is. He was attached as my god, but never mind.
Well, it has already been paid for. It wasn't cheap, so for the price of this one wood elven male, what do you say to 2 female halflings?
Buy one get one free.
What about a human woman?
Wow.
Or an elf woman?
The human ladies are just 5 gold, so your friend would have overpaid, but we have a no refund policy here, so you will not be getting the money back.
Totally worth it.
Well, that's okay. I'll have a human woman then.
Okay. Any preference?
You can.
Doran very sadly walks into the
What colour?
He was eager.
I'm sorry, what?
In my version, he was eager. What color? Like skin color, hair color?
Skin and hair. Well, hair not bothered.
Oh, we've got ladies of all the realms of men, of humanity.
Okay. Do you mind if I have a look at them?
Ladies!
Well.
She does a couple of claps and, or she rings a little bell like ding 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 ding, and down the stairs comes like, I don't know, 10 or so different ladies that like line up.
Okay.
So which one would you like? There's a variety of women, from very common imperial-looking ones to very exotic, like Asian-looking ones that you very rarely see over here. Of course, there are some like from Araby, from like the Southland, some like darker-skinned ones. Trying to
There's
be
a
very
mantis
PC here. Is a mantis here? She's just like in the line of women. This is where she ended up. No,
It's so fucking funny.
a mantis is not part of the lineup.
I'll go Asian then.
Oh, okay.
He really is getting into anime.
Hell yeah. What you gonna do when anime gets inside you?
Some fun? Come over here.
Some fun.
Shut up.
If you want to look up hooker names, just go on Warrior. That sits on the hooker Chinese names.
What's the main one called again?
Why-
in that
why-
show? It's
how
something
did-
like
No, hang on.
A
No,
toy.
we're not skimming over this. How do you know that just off the top of your head?
I watched it. I watched Warrior. And it has a load of Chinese hookers.
Sure, her name is a toy, like the one in the Warrior show.
Atari.
A toy,
Does she look like
a
her?
toy. Sure, she can look like her if that's what you
Then yes.
Oh god.
Not beat up though.
Have it all, mate.
Not yet.
I'm not gonna beat up a woman.
So yeah,
You
she
already
guides you
crushed
to a private
Mantis.
room as well. What is Milo and Zola doing?
I'm gonna turn to Zola and be like, well, after seeing all them going in, and then no one definitely present to man. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna go get drunk and hopefully forget this night even happened.
Coward.
I'm not going to get drunk to forget it. I'm just not going to partake.
Guess I'm going back.
It's a religious experience. Hey, come back.
It's a religious experience.
Too close to Slanesh.
Coward. I go back to bed.
Yes, I'm just gonna go back to the room and then.
I'm just,
Why is there a man in my room now?
just for the recording, getting like a picture of a toy out so people can see what she looks like. There we go. That's what the Bretonnian knight is getting himself into.
What?
What?
Where is it?
I just showed it all like the recording. I didn't show it to you guys, but I can copy it in Discord.
My goodness. How rude. Whereabouts is it, General or RP?
I just put
I
it
don't
in
know.
general.
Why has she got a turd on her head?
It's the style.
It's a style these
A
days.
turd.
Good morning, everyone.
Good
Hey, Carrick.
morning.
Hello.
Oh, what?
Hello, Dr. Carrick.
Not going to be here for long because I'm driving into town pretty soon.
Okay.
I sent you those files.
Okay, perfect. Wanna see if that works. Just like this module, this program used to come with like sound files. When you equip a gun, a sword, it would do like a little swing or a gunshot. But they had to get rid of it for like copyright reasons when they became like an official module. But if you still have like the really old version of the module, you can get it back. So I asked Carrick if he still had those.
I stopped updating my ones when they nuked the bestiaries.
Yeah. We are currently playing our roleplay and I am recording, so watch the profanity.
What's your
Bitch.
profanity?
Oh,
Also, Handle Bundle, Courtney. I'll send you the list so you can have a look over if you want any games later.
so who wants to tell him his brother just got paid to fucking...
Like, I was told to do
What's
it
the
again, but
profanities that he says that?
Yeah.
I mean, it
Chris, you can
wasn't
explain.
So yeah, everybody else has their business till morning. Shall we just skip to morning?
Yeah. If nothing's got planned here, sure.
I hope that hour's fucked off. I don't want that watching me the whole time.
Okay, so how long do you plan on staying in the brothel?
Till before dawn, and then we need to go meet the guy. Right? Or what was it, dawn?
Yeah, at first light.
First light. So before morning, I'll make sure I wake the guys up.
And for
Yeah, mate.
Zolnat and Milo, your rooms have been paid and accommodated for in the Red Moon Inn, so you can just stay there.
I'm gonna get drunk to forget this night first.
Okay. Maybe a consume alcohol roll. Are you buying, what alcohol are you buying first off, I guess? Are you staying
So,
like
yeah.
ale, or are you going for the stronger stuff?
The strongest stuff.
Okay.
I am gonna get drunk.
Okay. That'll be 10 silvers for a bottle of our strongest stuff.
Alright, Chris, and I'll just drink until I pass out.
Okay, cool. If you're just gonna keep drinking anyway, you don't need to do your consume alcohol test. You're just gonna get stinking drunk, black out. You just wake up the next day.
With
No
no
money.
recollection of the previous.
Your poor little
On a
head.
giant's toe in your inventory.
Just to be a single consume alcohol test. Because for the blackout one, it says blackout, wake up next day. GM and players decide what happened. You need to pass a consume alcohol test or gain poisoned
he got
condition.
hangovered. He definitely got hangovered with that roll.
You drank a bit too much and you are poisoned. Or are you gonna re-roll it?
I'm poisoned.
Yeah, alcohol's a poison, boy.
Well,
I
happening,
had
and
alcohol
just get an
poisoning.
standing failure.
The ladies you spent the night with at the brothel, they're all very happy and content. They thank you for your services, even though they were providing the service.
Alright.
At first light, you all leave together.
Is
We
this
are
a
not
Game of Thrones situation where they give us the money back?
No, it wasn't that good.
This ain't turning
I said,
into
And they
Just
seem to
once.
like those things? Pull up a chair, Bob.
Just looking at the skills now, like, do I have the what's it called? No, I think Alucard's got it.
What?
Not entertain, it's something else. But you can do the
does
fucking
Alucard have?
distracting skill.
Yeah, I've got distract. Yeah.
Or you mean
You
like
still have
that?
that. You still have that tongue if you wanted to get freaky, don't you?
I think she'd get a little too freaked out. I said that'd be nice. Like,
Ah,
it's,
yeah.
it's never done this
Yeah,
before.
That sounds like more of a second time when you come back in like a year and she's learnt some new things.
Hmm.
But anyway, I'm part of a cult now. Let's go, baby.
Shit.
Don't you not believe in religious practices?
So yeah, Milo and Zolnet, you're the
What is
first
love but a
in the
feeling?
inn because you spent the night there in the Red Moon Inn. So as you make your way downstairs, the innkeeper greets you and says, "Your friend, the fancy-looking one, is waiting outside for you guys with a big wagon, tons of luggage."
We have to take away
Just a
with
minute
it.
ago. Milo, are you okay? You don't look so hot.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
As you
I'll
make
Maybe you
wake
should
everybody
shout
up.
louder.
and Peter is with you as well. And as you make your way outside, you see Hendrix, the servant, standing there. He has arranged for a wagon. The wagon is waiting outside of the inn. It looks to be heavily provisioned, piled high with a dozen chests. He sits next to the driver. Oh, you're finally awake. I realized I went into the Skyrim.
Should have known.
Good morning, gentlemen. You ready for the journey? Where are your other friends?
Greeting
fun.
themselves.
Hang on. I said before or later, wake everybody up. We'll be on our way. On our way.
Yeah. You're like about on the bridge somewhere while this is happening.
Cool.
Yes, anyway, they're having fun, if you know what I mean.
Ah. I think I do know what you mean.
Yeah, but I'm sure they'll be here any minute.
By the way, Alucard, you
He
overpaid.
doesn't.
All right. I was going to ask in chat. How's your ass, Philippe? And how's your ass, Conan? When did you get that? As opposed to the donkey.
Johnson's really good.
And I swapped to a woman.
Mhm.
Why?
I don't like men like that.
Wow. You're one selfish
Like
lover.
that. So there's a chance you'll man.
What is love, love, baby? Don't hurt me.
I
Don't
did
hurt
not-
me.
Sure you
No
did. Sure you
more.
did.
I had a nice Asian woman.
What's an
What the
Asian?
hell's an Asian?
A squinty-eyed woman.
Oh.
Whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Whoa, whoa,
You
whoa.
like staring at the sun for too
I'm
long?
done. I can't record this anymore.
Hey, look, Bretonnians are famously racist.
And extremely stupid. So, it's good to see you guys again.
Yeah, what the hell happened to you?
Oh, it was a long story. I got Susie and the merry men away. You know, I got attacked by horsemen.
Horsemen.
Yeah, there was horses pretending. There were special magical creatures that were pretending to be horses that were a little bit smarter than horses, and they eat human flesh. And then I ended up getting in a fight and killing them all, and I made it back to that
Sounds like a
back to
beast,
that
man.
lord that we helped out, the Robin Hood fellow.
Oh.
So yeah, Susie's over there now, working under the lord over there.
Okay.
Diplomatic community.
That's good.
And then I made it over here.
Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, I didn't think you were dead.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't have much time to explain to tell you guys.
Yeah.
It's very limited, and when you first sent the hour, I did want to send something back, but I was in the woods and didn't have any paper or parchment or shears or anything to write it back in. Except horse.
Speaking of which, I am running low on papers.
The first one was a pigeon, but it doesn't matter.
I gotta get me some more
pie.
You find your way to the Red Moon Inn. You see the wagon standing outside, just piled with like chests.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morrow.
Nice,
Morning.
you guys are back.
You
Yep.
ready for the journey?
I'm
Ready
gonna
to
head
go?
off. I'll be talking to you guys again.
Okay, see you, man.
That's
See
it,
you, man.
Connie.
Nice, yeah.
Just the last thing before I go. Because I'm going to a PC store, I've got to upgrade something.
Oh, nice.
I went to a website and I recommend I upgrade to my graphics card. Is there anything you guys would recommend?
Mm,
It's in the little NVIDIA one at the moment.
What number are you at the minute?
3060.
It's a GTX 1660.
ooh, that's exactly what I have at the minute.
Oh, okay. So then it's still pretty good then?
It's
Yeah,
pretty good.
you're okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Yeah, it's a pretty good card. If you're going to go anything above that, like to be worth it, you need to go into like maybe the 2000s.
Yeah.
so if I
Like,
just
when
see
you
one,
can get up to
like,
3,000
if I
nowadays,
see one on
depends on your
sale, like good.
Yeah,
Get that
one of
one, I
the
guess?
one of the RTX series is really good, but at the moment graphics cards are still pretty expensive because of the whole like silicon
So-
shortage and all
Shortage.
that stuff.
I mean, well, thanks for that.
Indeed.
It might be,
Yeah.
it might be a
See, man.
smart investment just waiting a bit until those prices go down before.
Yeah, they might just go up though. so
Because
it
they're
might be
doing a
good time to get it now.
the place I'm going has a big sale at the moment, so
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
if you can
definitely
get
worth
something
getting
in
it
a
now.
sale.
Yeah, see what you can get for the best
Okay.
deal for the.
and 16
That's fine.
gigabytes of RAM is pretty good still.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I meant.
If you get a 30, just be careful. Don't play the new Amazon one. Amazon.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. There's one of them that's like fucks your entire system, bricks it.
What
Open-
do that then? I'll
The
talk
new
to you guys
world or
later.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yes, see you later, dude.
Something world like 3080 or
Yeah.
some shit. I don't know.
Your new world apparently bricks your 30 something graphics cards if you have those, but since they know that it's a problem, I heard something that they're gonna refund everyone that like got their PC broken. So they're
He's
gonna
gone, by the
be
way.
spending a lot of money on that.
Mm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was just saying what I heard
Oh,
about
I
that.
thought you were saying it, Tim. I was like, people do know it's gone right.
Yeah. But yeah, you all regroup back in front of the Red Moon Inn. There is a carriage ready for you guys. The guy that hired you is sitting next to the driver. He also
jump
looks over at Conan and says, "Who's this one? I haven't seen him before. Is he one of the movers?"
Yeah,
He's one of our companions.
maybe he's going to be a mover with Peter.
What am I moving?
Furniture. It's a set. We're doing something else inside.
Okay.
Okay.
And he just hands you this note, Conan.
Ah, yes, paper.
It's the others have got this as well. Pretty much looking for work. They're looking for movers. He's willing to pay 6 silver shillings for your labor.
Not too bad. Yeah, you've got your man. I've got that strong back, boy.
Okay. He nods and then just signals you to get onto the wagon. You'll have to find yourself a place on top of the chest. It's a bit packed up here.
Want us to go out our carts and the horses?
Travel is perilous through the forest. It would be dangerous to travel with too many wagons to attract too much attention.
I think I'll just keep mine at the Red Moon and then I'll take the carriage. It's already been paid for. I'll just need to pay him when I get back to feed the horses and stuff.
Hopefully we get back. And
Do you
we don't
mind if I
finish
take my
abandoning
horse?
you, so-
Actually, I'll pay him now, Chris. Make sure he keeps an eye on them.
Okay. You go to the inn and pay him to like look after your mount and your wagon.
Yeah, just keep it. Yeah, it was already stored there before. Just
So
another
your
night.
mounts, like, they're kind of special. Some of them are on that. Do they require any special tending to? Does he need to feed them like normal and stuff like that?
No, 1 sec.
Can I put my ass in there as well?
Let me get his
Yeah,
shit.
you can leave your donkey behind here. You said you were looking to sell it. Would you like ask him if he can find somebody to like that's looking for a donkey?
Yeah, I'd be like, do you know anybody who is looking for a donkey? You know, a good home that will look after him.
I can definitely find a place for it. If you leave it behind there for how much do you want for it?
No, he doesn't need any special treatment. Oh, wait, hang on.
Can I do an evaluate roll to see how much a donkey would be worth, Chris? That's off of fellowship, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or intelligence. I think that's it. I mean, it's
That's
a
a
donkey.
failure.
Yeah.
That's entertain.
That is also entertaining. Yes, that's not evaluate. You can
Chris,
reroll that.
Wrong one.
Chris, you missed one of the things that Fluffles is meant to have.
Oh, okay.
He's meant to have hungry. He's always hungry for fresh meat. If it kills or incapacitates a living opponent, it must pass an average willpower test or feast,
Oh,
losing
yeah,
its
yeah,
next
yeah.
action or move.
That's
It's supposed to have that.
Uh,
So yeah, you need meat. I guess I'll get. Do I have meat? That's a question. I'll buy some meat and I'll feed him before I leave.
Okay. Meat. Not hay like any other horses.
No, I won't tell him. I'll just buy meat off him
Oh,
and then feed the horse before I leave.
Okay, okay.
They
Yeah,
need
evaluate
only-
with a +2 success level. You know that your donkey is worth around like 5 gold coins.
I mean, he's worth 5 gold coins, but I want him to go to a good place, so I'm happy to take 4.
I eat the donkey.
Yeah, and he gives you the 4 gold coins. I'll make sure that it gets somewhere good.
Or you could sell them for these magic beans.
Goodbye, Johnson.
He looks at you sad.
You're a good ass. He'll find you a good home.
Yeah. I know a lady dragon.
Ah,
It's in look of in
Dragon
need of a
D's
donkey.
Yes, right, correct. Yes.
go make mutant babies that make no sense how it happened.
Yeah,
And learn how to
Yeah.
talk for fuck's sake.
yeah. Man, Shrek got bad.
What are you talking about?
Poor Shrek.
The last
Wait.
one was good.
Shrek has always been decent. I don't care what anybody says.
Hey, the third one was a piece of shit, and you know it.
Yeah, the third one wasn't that good.
That's what I'm saying. It got shit.
Fuck, Artie.
Yeah.
I mean, the fourth one wasn't too bad.
Fourth one was good. I liked
Yeah.
it. The animation was a bit shit, but that's just because their budget got slashed.
I say, like, out of all the Shrek films, like, the third one's, like, the only weak link, I'd probably say.
There's a lot of spit-offs and shit and direct-to-DVD bullshit, but yeah, of this actual mainline series, yeah, that's
I
the
wouldn't count
shit
them.
one. Yeah.
So, Gris, did I take my horse?
Yeah, you can ride alongside, in front or in the back with your horse.
Oh,
You know
I
what's
didn't.
funny? That donkey is worth the same much as those prostitutes.
Well, you should have told
So
the
you
donkey
guys
to him.
have vision
Yeah, for
here
free.
without having your token, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lovely map.
So the city of Uberstrijk is here. The forest is the one above it. The manor is one of these little things in the forest. It never specifically specifies where it is, other than it's just in that forest.
So which one are you going to say it is, Chris?
So I'll pick this one right in the middle. Why not?
Fair enough.
The journey from Uberstrijk is long, uncomfortable, and more than a little boring. The road takes you through the fertile foothills of the Vobbergland and through the village of Geisbach. The weather is sunny and warm, the road is dry, and you make good time. Her Hendrik, the servant, spends most of the journey complaining about the remoteness of Grunwald Lodge.
Well, if it's boring, I'll tell some stories to pass the time.
I'm going to just look around with my telescope, Chris.
Okay.
Just check out the scenery.
Just taking in the surroundings. Okay, cool.
Yeah. See what animals I can see, all that sort of shit. I want to pass the time, don't want to get bored.
So you're
Hey,
just
God.
telling some stories very well as well, with a success level of +6. That's really good.
I was gonna say after the stories are done, I'll let the priest know that I found religion in that brothel.
You found religion?
I start laughing. I start laughing, thinking he's joking.
Yeah, like apparently there's this really cool god called Katia.
Would I
Do you
know
know
about?
Katia?
Would I know about her? I mean, I mainly studied Sigmar, but would I have heard any other gods?
I'm sure you
can
can
do
caddy
me,
is something.
You can do me a lore test, lore, Empire, Reichland, or theology if you have that.
I'm pretty sure I have lore theology because that was one of my things.
I'd like to think you'd have religion knowledge.
Yeah, I have
Lore
lore
religion.
theology. It's an intelligence roll, but yeah,
An astounding success.
I guess I did.
Yeah, you've heard of her. You know that she's one of the minor human deities that are opposed to Slaanesh, specifically to the Dark Prince. They believe in all the good things of love and erotic relations with other people.
Well, as long as it keeps you away from Slaanesh, Conan.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I'll go. But you know, fuck that person in general.
You already did.
sorry
And
now.
I start laughing
don't-
again.
Yeah, don't say that too loud.
Yeah.
Peter's just like, what?
just the demons teleport again. Like, oh no!
Yeah, period. Do not ever say that too loud, or they will come for you, or something
know.
along those lines.
I feel like I can do more now.
As Chris
I know Kung Fu.
frantically set up some map.
No, I'm just
Hi.
listening to you guys, to be honest.
No, I thought you were just making a joke that you were setting up a map full of demons.
Oh yeah, just really quickly. All Slaanesh demons, all the time.
Oh god.
Yeah, so Aidan, you're riding ahead or behind the wagon?
Ahead, but like not too far ahead, like just enough that if I slow down and get hit by the horses.
Okay, are you doing anything specifically or just trotting on your horse and like just looking around at the surroundings?
I'm looking around, and ever so often I'll drop back to have a joke with them, and then I'll go back and forward.
Okay.
So Alucard, you actually paid for Aidan to have sex with a man.
Yeah.
That's genius.
You did what?
Yeah, he had sex with an elf.
That elf was about to be on a shelf.
Yeah, I think it was the one that was following him about. I can't really tell. They all look like girls to me.
Is that a racism?
Relations should be.
No, they're just all
sacred.
very pretty, like very pretty features, aren't they?
No, they might have been
Even the
doing
guys.
it before we even knew.
Also, did you whisper in my ear while I was having fun?
Huh?
Did you whisper in my ear at one point?
Don't think so.
Oh,
Do you have
scratch
a-
your voice.
Do you have a thing for elves now, Alucard?
Well, they're generally older. They're more my age, you know.
Oh, I see. Well,
That's a
It's
good
more an
point.
age thing, you know. That's why I like the other races.
Wait, do you feel like kind of creepy then when you're with like younger
Yeah.
people? I guess you'd say.
Not creepy, just more like don't have much in common with them, I suppose.
How does that make sense given your situation?
Mm-hmm.
Right, I've got a question that I've been wanting to ask you for quite a while.
Oh god, here we go. Yes.
If you drink off a person who's like proper wasted, will you get drunk as well?
Pointing to the fucking driver right in front of us.
Just at the front, just
And then I get
complaining
closer.
about like, oh, I hate driving through the forest. These villages, they all suck. We're coming
I'll
up
get
here
close
to the
to them.
village of Geisbach, just people milling away at the farms and whatnot. We're about to
Yeah.
enter the forest. Keep your wits about you.
All right, and I'll get closer. All right, what are you saying?
I'm gonna drop back.
I was like, well, what I was saying was, if someone's like proper pissed and you drink, you know, you do your thing, will you get drunk as well, or can you just not get drunk?
I don't think I can get drunk.
We'll need to try this at some point.
Not killing an innocent man just because you
Wait,
want
do
to
you-
experiment.
Wait a minute. Do you have to kill someone when you drink with them? I thought like you'd be able to, just like a taster, and then just a snifter.
Depends how weak they are. It's the bite that can kill them. Prejudice.
It's fine, it's fine. And yeah, after leaving Geisbach, this little like empire village, the road enters the Reichwald forest. The great mountains to the south disappear behind the dark forest canopy. As the gloom deepens, Herr Hendrik ceases his complaints and indeed stops talking altogether. His eyes dart all around, and he startles at the slightest rustling of leaves or cry of a woodland creature. You can tell that this guy is immediately like on edge when going into this forest.
Are you alright, dude?
I put my hand on his shoulder.
Don't start to me like that.
What's wrong?
It's terrible creatures inhabit these forests. We should stay quiet and try to get to the lodge as fast as possible.
I agree.
I mean,
I'll start playing the horn. No.
But how can one be quiet and fast at the same time?
like a fart
I'm not
on the
talking.
wind.
This isn't Venom.
Like a turd.
You can all
In the river.
make me a average plus 20 perception test.
Is this an ice thing?
Yeah.
Can I make it easy?
Yeah. Because of your talent.
Thank you.
So, Milo, Alucard, and Conan, you spot movement among the trees. A flash of angry red eyes from the gloom of a man-sized dark shape flitting through the undergrowth.
I'll smack my helmet on and then I'll nudge Conan and Milo and just go, do you see that?
Should I get my whip out?
And I'll get my blade out. There's something in the trees, lad. I'll say to the driver.
Hendrix, what did you see?
Red eyes darting through the trees. Sound
Well,
familiar?
that's just the individual red eyes that you get with every creepy forest.
Might be some of the beastly creatures that inhabit this forest now. We should not investigate and just keep going.
All right. Well, I'll just keep an eye on it.
I'll
And I'll try to stand up and keep my balance. Get my weapon drawn, just in case.
Okay.
So, just remind you, I dropped back before we entered
Yeah.
the forest.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, he's kind of like speeding up with the carriage a little bit, like through this like windy forest path, like trees are just like darting by like real fast. His driving is getting a bit like reckless, a bit dangerous.
Whoa,
I'll put my hand on Conan's shoulder just to sort of steady myself.
Are you gonna like attempt to keep up on your horse,
Yeah.
Philippe? Or would you like stop and like take a look what like where these eyes came from?
I'm gonna keep up. I'm not
Okay.
being stained by. Do you want me to roll the ride or?
Yeah. Give me a right test.
Let's see if I can get like any Wolf
And,
Rider.
Herr Hendrik, the main servant of the dude that you're working for, he is not the driver of this coach. There is a separate driver.
What's he doing?
That gives me any buffs.
He's just listening to his master, just making sure that the coach stays on track.
Okay. Well, he's the one I want to put the hand on the shoulder.
Okay. You're at home in the saddle in even the most difficult of circumstances and know how to find the best out of your mount during conflict. Assuming you have the right skill, you can direct your mount to take an action, not just a move, without a right test. It's
Nah.
more in like a fight if you want your mount to do like an action. An impressive success. Yeah, you managed to very easily keep up with his carriage as he's darting through the forest. And eventually, at the end of the path, you see like a clearing, and you notice a mansion coming through the trees. Like you spot the Grunwald Lodge. You can all make me a perception test, but this time challenging.
Is this a nice thing again?
Yeah.
Average?
Except
good.
if anybody is not actively like looking around, then you don't need to make a perception test.
Am I
I
still
definitely
poisoned
was. I
this?
was watching the tree lines.
Yeah, you're still poisoned. You still feel a
I
little
thought
bit,
I thought he rerolled.
He did. Then he got marginal failure. Does that still
Yeah.
poison him?
Yeah.
Then yeah.
Blech. Ah, buddy.
Wait, you've got 85 perception. I mean 65 perception.
65?
No,
Conan?
Conan.
That's pretty
Oh.
good.
Nice.
You're
Ah,
good with
pretty
your
good eyes.
20/20
Wait, was
vision.
this an average?
No.
Challenging.
Oh, never mind then.
Oh.
Not that well done.
I was like, wait a minute. I thought I had the highest perception with my helmet off.
So it's minus
My helmet's
70.
on now, though.
How much is your
Yeah, I
perception?
wouldn't have made that.
Mine's
My
70, I
perception
think.
is 45.
Mine's 60.
Okay. So the only one... Oh no, Solnet as well. So
Yeah, I
put
put my helmet
Solnet
on.
and Alucard.
Why did that take off my perception? Oh, it does it automatically. Never mind.
Your eyes saw through the
You,
helmet.
You see that, like, very carefully in the distance, you're being shadowed by several stealthy forms in the forest. You can just, like, make out, like, shapes. You can't really tell what it is, but they are definitely, like, shadowing you.
We are being watched.
Anyone else feeling like this is a trap?
Maybe you should start ballasting.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Just
Excluded
slow
area in the
down.
forest. Excluded area in the forest. Bunch of beasts.
I mean, it's wind, right? Does
Well,
it
we
make
were
a
here-
bad sound?
It's not wind.
You hear a cough coming from the forest.
Ah!
Finally, the
Wow.
wagon enters a large clearing in the forest, dominated by a collection of buildings protected by a 12-foot high, ivy-covered stone wall. Parts of the wall have collapsed and are reinforced with crude barricades. A guard in a mail shirt and a pot helmet and wielding a crossbow patrols the top of the wall. The wall is surrounded by a wide, overgrown ditch. A small gatehouse with a crumbling turret tower built of dark stone protects the entrance. Another guard, similarly armed and armored, stands alert on the turret of the tower. As the wagon approaches the gates, the guards hail out, "Who goes there?" And Hendrix immediately orders them to open up the gate. But the guards seem to be sluggish to respond. They're taking their sweet time to open this gate. And suddenly, a guttural howl rises from the forest around you. Several misshapen humanoid forms emerge from the undergrowth, dropping from the boughs of trees and bursting from behind scrub. They have twisted, cloven hooves and bestial faces, patches of mangy fur on their bodies, and the nubs of stunted horns on their heads. Between them strides a larger, more powerful form, with the head of a ram and proud curling horns. The creature bears blood-stained fangs and howls a challenge. At this, the beastmen leap to the attack.
Can I
It's a
blast?
trap!
Can I blast him, Chris?
Yeah, just give me a second to like set up
I
a
was
map and
like-
all that stuff.
Blast him. Blast him.
I was standing at the red. As those fuckers came out, I was just like, wait, there they are. Blast.
Oh, I was gonna shout a prayer at him.
You can still do that.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. It probably won't work. My willpower is fucking abysmal. I've got 11.
Yeah, I wouldn't try that. That's probably just a way to get fucked over by the gods.
We'll
Let's
see,
put it
no,
like that. My willpower is normally 26, but with all the corruption that I've taken and all the mental
Still not
corruption,
great.
I've got a minus 15.
I've got 60.
Yeah, like my toughness and my willpower were the things I took the dip on. They're
Mine's
my weakest
40.
gaps.
The thing I want to get up the most though is intelligence, but I can't.
Intelligence.
I can't without my fucking endeavor or whatever. I don't think it's part of any of my ones, which sucks.
So are we going to get taken to a map? For
Yeah.
Lower combat
Peter is there
master.
as well. Solnut is there.
So, Priest, how is Kittia? Like, how do you feel about her?
Okay, to be an endurance test, Milo, to see if you can get rid of your poison.
Just shits it out all in one or throws it up.
Marginal failure.
If I had an SL, would I stop being poisoned?
I think it'll go to -0, which still counts as a failure in the system.
No, wouldn't
It
it
gives
go
you a
to, like, from
10.
50 to 40?
It would go to 40. It would go to 40, yeah, because it gives you a plus 10 for a success level.
Yeah.
Should be. Just doesn't change the number.
Yeah, see, it went to a -0, which still counts as like a failure.
Weird.
But
I
even
guess
with
it
the
just
marginal
changes- I
failure,
guess it,
would
I
still
guess
be
it doesn't
poisoned?
change the roll. I guess it just changes the SL.
Yeah.
Weird. Don't bother then.
Would I still be poisoned with a marginal failure?
Marginal failure. Let's see what the description of the poison says again. You may attempt an endurance test. Successful, you remove the poison condition, with each success level removing an extra poison condition. So no, you need a minimum of 1 success level.
Well, that's a fortune wasted.
Okay, but you didn't know. You can give yourself your fortune back and just reroll it if you want to.
Yay!
Marginal
Yay.
success with 1. That's the poison gone. And it also gives you 1 fatigue, because every condition that you lose in this always gives you a fatigue.
It's a very exhausting existence in this world. It's a bit like real world, but you know, a little bit less manageable. Real world.
Less manageable or manageable?
Or I don't know. I think there's like an equal amount of ourselves in both worlds. Just you know, there's got plague in that one.
Oh
Double
crap!
elimination is on.
Hang on.
Oh shit, we did have a plague.
I forget every time.
On.
Hey, guess who's got himself another warp stone, baby?
Warp
You
stone.
can't just throw down guard towers and act like this is a separate map.
Oh,
Quick,
it
let's
moved my
sniff it.
tower.
The tower.
So a moment.
Oh look, it's the Twin Towers of Mordor.
I would be beside a queue.
I love how you took a second to realise you should specify of
Yes,
Mordor.
yes, I realised. I was like, wait.
Yeah.
So I said the Mordor, so we're safe.
Yeah,
Oh,
it means Gris is safe to crash things into them.
Okay, so you guys begin at the wagon. You have not, you're like in front of the gate, but the gate is still closed. So the wagon is about like 100 yards from the gate.
It's alright, guys. We've got the best god on our side.
And you see like the guards that were like gonna be manning the gate to like open it. They just like they dropped everything, like the portcullis like slams down again, and they're reaching for their crossbows, manning the fences that are there. A group of beastmen sprung up from the underbrush within 20 yards range of the wagon.
Oh no, our bush. Our
Yeah,
brush.
they're just like
That's-
around you.
About the edge of the map, if anything.
Yeah. And there is another group that you can see in the distance, about 100 yards away down the road, slowly advancing towards the party.
Friend or foe? Can we not tell?
Definitely beastly looking.
Ah, my ex-wife got you. Ghastly. Oh.
So, blast.
Yeah, let me just put the beasties down.
You better stop blasting.
Just put one down, then Control C and Control V a bunch.
No, you can't do that, because then, oh, you bastard, you got me. Because if you do that, then they have the same health will be linked.
Yeah.
And then when one's gone, they're all gone.
4, 5. One there. One
It's
there.
a pain in the posterior.
There.
Pain in your gluteus maximus.
One there. That's 6. No. One in the tree.
Shit.
And one like bigger looking one. Yeah, okay. That seems about right. Situation. Setup. Let me select everyone and add it to the combat tracker. So, you guys are surprised, so the beasts get to go first because they are ambushing you.
I thought we saw them coming.
Yeah, I was on the lookout.
Yeah, but not all of you.
So, do Alucard and I get a first turn because we saw them coming?
Yeah, you and Alucard can react in your turn.
Cute.
Okay.
Where to put this combat?
Didn't Conan see them as well?
About there.
I thought he.
I thought it was just Alucard and Sunlight, but I can.
It was just Alucard and
Oh, yeah, because that was the first time, and then we did another one after that. Yeah,
I didn't see shit.
Yeah, the second time you didn't see shit, but the first time you did.
I'm too busy thinking about prayers. Like,
You don't even believe in that anymore. Oh, forget it.
excuse me, I actually do. Me
And
and Grissom,
again, go blazed.
do you forget that I bathed in the healing waters not once, but twice?
Very easy, I almost forgot. Ooh.
Also, I'm still very mentally corrupted.
Overcast their asses out of here.
I will overcast their asses out of here.
But there you go, guys. Combat's over. Oh shit, I didn't notice the other side.
Alright. So you are blasting
Blasted.
with a blast from the heavens from your sword for 18 yards for 18 damage.
Okay, that boss.
Oof.
But you realized.
It is. It's fine.
What?
I just done more gores than ungores.
Back.
Oh,
What goes?
Ungore.
Why is it supposed to be the other way around?
What's the problem?
There we go. That's more accurate. So they all have the same hit points. Yeah. You annihilate all of them in this little
Oh.
group
cool.
with that blast.
Okay.
You hit them for 14, and they had 14 hit points, the big ones, and the smaller ones had 12.
Oh, nice.
Are these? Are these the big ones or smaller ones?
Well, they're kind of like, they're actually the same size, but ones just have horns and ones are hornless.
Freaks.
Nice to know. But
Okay. Alucard's turn as a blast of the heavens just opens up, blows like all the trees, forest shrubbery, like all these creatures just like immediately get annihilated.
The wind was so powerful it formed into blades. And the air itself sliced through them.
Wind, rust, and shuriken, or whatever.
Cool. Peter gets to skip his turn. Zolnet, you saw them coming, so you can react as well.
Well, this is kind of happening at the same time as Alucard's thing, so I'd mainly think about protecting my friends first and foremost.
Don't be a pussy, hit him with a comet.
I'm not being a pussy, I just want to protect my friends.
I like comets. You like comets.
Ah, for Philippe's on the back, I can't give him the protection. Oh well.
Ah,
Putting the
I mean-
blessing of protection. On
Yeah, it's
4
the
people.
willpower thing on me, Milo, Conan, and fuck it, let's do Peter because he's the most important to the plot for now.
Okay. 6 rounds. Okay, so by round 6, that's easy enough.
it's
Yeah,
alright.
it's easy enough.
He didn't use protection in the brothel anyway, so
These guys are there. Skip defeated. Yes, please.
how high is this from us?
This little like cliffside.
Yeah, because we're on the wagons. Like, does it make it?
Oh yeah, the
Like,
wagon
80
comes to
from
like about the same as the edge. Top of
Okay,
the
so
wagon. Definitely
so
with
we're-
all the like luggage stacked on top of it. You're kind of on a pile of chests.
Okay.
So we'll just charge in.
They're not gonna. I mean, they'd have to go down a cliff though, wouldn't they? Or is it the
I
other way
mean-
around?
if they're both level, they could literally just jump on the cart, no problem. And vice versa.
Must have smashed spacebar at some point. It was paused there.
It's all right. I've got a plan.
Sorry, I forget for this map. Is this just a ravine in between these two, or is
Yeah.
one of these a cliff and the other one?
No, it's like a ravine.
They're both
Like-
cliffs.
If you look at it, look, there's a tree hanging out the fucking side there.
Yes, just the other one that doesn't really have any telltales for it.
They're both upwards. We're going downwards. You can tell because the slope, as you can see, the circumference here at this point, you can see it's lower where the horse is here. Like it's going at an angle to curve it.
This
At an
beastly
angle here.
figure comes running up to the wagon, hoof stomping into the ground. It takes a big like run up and leaps straight onto the wagon. It's like clinging onto like the chests and stuff like that. Some of the chests are falling off. Hendrik, in a panic, very protective of his possessions, whips out a dagger and starts grabbing one of the chests very tightly. It's kind of like threateningly swinging his dagger in front. I will protect my master's belongings.
That does
That's
sound
a
like a
thing's turn.
euphemism.
This guy will just come to the back here and do
Yeah.
a horn attack onto the wagon, charging straight into the wheel. Ooh.
Didn't we just do a bunch of horn attacks to the back last night?
But he
But
misses,
how are they
lunging
gonna-
forward, getting one of his horns like stuck in the wooden side panels of the coach. It's violently
Ha
just shaking it
ha.
out, like making like, what would you describe as bovine noises? Like,
Oh.
Ah,
this
why
one
do they always
runs
go
in,
for the horses?
slides down
What
the
did-
little slant, attempts to do it gracefully, so he'll have to make an agility check. He fails.
Nope, he
He
trips.
just like slides out, like creating like a pat in the mud, like sliding down on its ass, and is like tumbling onto the floor. Is currently prone,
And now he's doing the Peter Griffin thing.
running circles in spot.
See, that's what happens when you try grabbing this branch. Just
So we'll run up
priest?
and attempt to do a jump as well. Marginal failure. He does not make it and lands between the little like area between the wagon and the wall.
These guys get their horns stuck in something while they're upside down. How would they get right side up?
break their horns. The
For some
fuck
reason
are
I was
those?
just thinking of turtles.
You were thinking of turtles?
Yeah, get like falling upside down and getting stuck.
I was thinking of that Futurama episode. Bender's like, me and Teddles have a lot of like.
You're both fat ass alcoholic idiots.
One of these whips out a bow and shoots an arrow towards you, Zolnet, dealing 4 damage.
Can he, Gris?
Yeah.
Okay,
willpower?
on.
Is
Willpower, Gris? Can
willpower, yeah.
he?
Can he actually? He cannot.
No, he
He
cannot.
shoots
He's like,
himself.
he's like lining up the arrow and bow, but he just can't convince himself to release the arrow. He looks very
What?
confused.
Ah, he's found religion. Have you heard of the religion Katia?
God damn it, Connor. Is this going to be a thing, Conan? Is this going to be a thing with you now?
It's his character.
Yeah, I've become a man of gods. Don't worry about it. Everybody wants love, priest. Don't you want love, priest?
None of these can get a shot off.
You sound like
Ah,
that
see?
guy, Dimple, when he's possessing that cult guy. Just fucking smile!
Just
Don't worry.
fucking smile.
You will laugh!
This man, the driver of the coach, whips out a crossbow and attempts to shoot at the beastman laying in front of him on the ground.
Cause this everybody's just whipping it out tonight.
Motherfucker's got a gun, everybody down.
Ah.
Oh god, he's got the gap.
An
Ah.
impressive success for 14 damage. In the right leg. With impale
Ah.
Oh, now he's doing it again.
on tens or doubles. Divided
Oh
by
no,
10
he
or
took an arrow
Yeah, it
to the
automatically
knee.
will say it's crit.
doubles. Okay.
He used to be an adventurer.
Right leg. See what he has there, okay.
Hair.
He definitely has hair there.
Hair and
Okay, Philippe, it is not your turn because you are surprised.
No.
When Hendrik sees this like beast clinging to his master's belongings, he kinda shoves you out of the way. Conan, do you resist?
I think he'd be too surprised. I think he'd be too
Honestly.
surprised to resist.
Yeah, I'll let him do that. I'll let him get killed. Why the fuck not?
Okay.
It's not like I was
Just go
trying to
off
create
the
a
wagon.
wall. It's not like I was trying to create a wall of protected people, but no, go ahead. Break the chain.
Wow, he just threw me off the wagon. I'm gonna beat his ass when this battle's
But
over.
your new religion is about love and tolerance, is it not?
Yeah, and I'm gonna love beating his ass, and he's gonna tolerate my fist hitting him.
Yeah, he does nothing other than giving this beastman an advantage. Esteban is also surprised, and now the surprise is over. Milo, what do you
Milo,
do?
do something.
I'm probably gonna shoot the guys with a crossbow.
Which one?
The closest one right here.
Milo, do the thing!
Let me just check if I have my crossbow equipped.
To make
Preach,
it clear,
don't comment!
this one is pretty much on the wagon. The other two, like, are next to the wagon. Still, they didn't make it up.
Yeah, Connor's got this. He can kill them. Well, if he did get shoved off, but
It's failed automatically.
oh shit!
Are you gonna fate it or dark deal it?
Oh,
Why would I ever dog deal it?
Oh, that's pretty good. 10 damage on the right arm.
Oh god, your corruption's gone well up, boy.
Has it? How can you tell?
I mean, I'm corrupted. I can tell when I see another corrupted fellow, good sir.
First of all, how can you? Oh my god.
A bolt just goes straight into this beast's right
I
arm.
just
It like,
thought
like lets out an inhuman noise. I started on cow and ended goat.
Yeah. There's one sound that no one knows. What does the Ungor say?
Okay, Corin, it is your turn.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Goodbye. Ah, that's it, Conan smash.
At least take out that one that's hanging on to the side, like, I don't know.
Not the one that's right fucking next to me.
You know, it's kind of hanging on, its junk's probably exposed for a good kick if you want to go for that.
So, Chris, is this thing outnumbered? That's
I mean,
Next.
we're not specifically targeting it, but we are next to it.
The guy,
you-
like,
Yeah,
this guy is
if
targeting
you
it.
start fighting
That
it,
guy.
it is 2-1.
okay. Yep.
Go
But you
for the
kinda have
nut.
to like punch up since you are like below him.
I mean, he's naked, Chris, so I've got a target.
Optimal
Stab on it and
target.
pull it down.
Yeah. So, is this a? If it's 2-1, does that make it an average?
Yeah, it
Is it
gives you a
plus
plus
10?
20.
Oh mate, this ain't gonna be fun for him. And it's dual wielding. Let's go, baby.
Ooh.
Poof, poof. Both in the dick. Like he's lost a testicle in either set. One might still be on my spear. Let's put it that way.
Damage 13. And plus 3 from
Were
the
you
spear.
here? I thought you were using your fists. Oh no, you were using.
I'm always dual wielding, and that is extra +3 because of dirty fighting Gress.
Ooh, okay.
I hit him in the sack. That's pretty
Ah, that
fucking
one hurt.
despicable.
Okay. So it did 13 damage, which is your spear. 10 plus 3 success level is 13. Yeah. So it's 14 6 from your fuck knuckle. So it didn't like add it together, it looks like. Only
Yeah.
would have been minus.
Only the fist get +3 because of dirty fighting Gress. It was literally a punch in the ball sack with the fuck knuckles and then a spear straight in the back into the cart.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
actually, you hit him in the right leg, but yeah.
You kill it.
I mean-
It is that you go for the legs as you're below him, just stab punch, and it just slinks over backwards.
Was that a
no.
death? Was that a
Falls
death
off the
blow?
leg.
Had that guy taken damage?
No, that is indeed a death blow. You can decide to
What a
climb
death
onto
blow,
the wagon,
Conan.
shove the corpse out of the way, it just slides off the wagon.
Meat's back on the menu, boys.
You can death blow these guys if you want. Well, if you get good enough, that is.
Yeah, it's obviously always with the fist. It's always an extra +3 Gress.
Okay.
because it's always going to be dirty fighting. They're going to get an elbow to the fucking eye to cut them, so they have trouble seeing, and then the spear's coming in. Oh, buddies. It's not going too well for you, I'm afraid.
Damage applied 6 for 2 BD plus 0 AP.
Wait, that's his roll.
One knows. What does the policeman say? I was gonna go for something horrific. You had the right mindset then. You and me were like that.
I'm not sure how it's doing the damage for the Whirlwind, but it is not dead yet. It has very little health left.
It's alright, it gave me 2 advantages, so I'm happy.
Yeah. Okay, Alucard, it's your turn. You hear like from the forest like multiple war horns and beastly noises like grunts and stuff echoing through the forest.
Great.
War approach.
I'll spin on my heel and blast the other side.
No!
Alright, here we go. Oh yeah, I almost did a challenge. Oh no, this has never happened before, boys.
Sorry.
Yes!
Sorry.
Oh my god, what happens to the sword?
I don't know, he fortune pointed it, we'll never know.
Oh, can he just
Damn it.
click it anyway, just to see?
I've got Alcard. No, you did have one. Did you have 1 fortune on you?
Yeah, he had a 1.
Yeah, he has the one now.
Ah.
Just gonna click it to see what you would have gotten. Death Walker. Your footsteps leave death in their wake for the next 8
It's always
hours.
plants with
Any
me.
plant life near you withers and dies. Oh, like that guy from Fairy Tale.
Oh yeah, oh fuck, what's his name?
18 damage, yeah, that's enough to take care of all these boys.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh, thank god I was
There's
just
just
out of
one in
it.
the front lying on his back like a little bitch.
And that one in the back because you didn't technically get him in the cover.
It's targeting him when I did the thing, so he's technically in the edge. His
Well,
edge
it's not on
counts.
the. Does the edge
being-
count?
Apparently,
he has
'cause
to
he's
be in
getting
the
targeted.
Colored squares.
That kind of
Yes,
cancelled
the
the roll.
yellows, it
It's
counts.
counting it as a target whenever I put him in the
But
thing.
he's not in the yellow.
I guess because he's slightly on the square.
I'm gonna leave him alive for now, just so
That's
that
how you can
Yeah,
somebody
it just
else gets
automatically
it, slash
targeted
it.
him. But for some,
Yeah.
actually, it also automatically targeted Philippe as soon as he walked into the circle there for a second. When he stepped here, it counted as him being blasted. It just automatically did it. That's weird.
I didn't even
They've
move.
changed the program.
To change it. Peter
Change
leaps
that.
off the carriage towards this beastman on the floor. Make sure to target him.
That's always the
Don't
tricky
fuck
bit.
up now, Peter. You're an important plot device.
Oh,
You fuck up. It's on its back though.
yeah.
Come on,
How the
Peter.
fuck did you fail?
You missed. How could you miss? He was 3 feet in front of you.
40. Did it give him the plus 20 for him being down on the floor? It should have.
I don't know. I can't read the roll.
No, he did not. It's still a failure though. He rolled a 19. He's not gonna succeed.
Ah,
He might.
Mm,
That's what he rolls.
either okay, so he can still dodge and oppose.
Yeah. No. Fucking Peter.
Raises his like
blunt
primitive weapon. I was like, I wanted to say prehistoric, but I was like, no, primitive. That's what I'm thinking of.
I don't fucking mind. My knees in searing pain here.
Okay, so it is your turn.
Ah, yeah, do religion.
Abracadabra. Take a sword to the eye. His horns are still stuck in the
Just
wheel,
come
right?
on him.
Yeah,
Do a
he's
comment
currently
on him.
stuck in the wagon.
Do a comment on him. He's stuck. That's perfect.
Yeah, do a comment.
Close range combat.
No.
You can survive it, I did. We've got protection on us.
That's not how it works.
But it's from your god.
Yeah, but then I'd have to make the willpower because I'm the one asking for it.
Wow, can't even self-harm yourself. Shit god.
Yours is like Slanesh.
Oh! How dare you, good sir? She's totally different. She believes in agreed orgies, thank you very much.
I missed.
Oh, Imperial Sword.
I mean, if you would have had you would have had my gun on your side, you
Why
wouldn't
does it
have
say he
missed.
won already? I haven't even opposed yet.
Weird. I mean, his horns are kind of stuck in a wheel,
Yeah.
but either way.
You'll attempt to move out of the way, but at a very hard.
Oh, no, he did it.
He still successfully does it.
Go away.
Okay, this guy is stuck, so I'm gonna make him do a strength test.
See if he can get his horns out. Oh, he has.
He just rips his horns out, like tearing some
Does
of
he-
the wood apart.
Does he tumble backwards in the process? From
Yeah, like the shock.
You know,
like,
the,
sends him, like,
you know,
a
the
square
jolt
back.
of him just managed to get it out, so it would kind of jolt him back a bit from the strength he was putting into it.
He pulls himself together. He's standing up, but technically he's done an action already. Like a roll is an action, so he can't attack anymore. He is just gonna attempt to bolt it.
Coward.
Can you get rid of Mcadow's blasts, or are we just going to keep him there?
He's off the map. Yeah, I can get rid of the blast. You don't like
Right,
the yellow?
I know it's just kind of taking up the scenery as well.
Well, you know, then Mckadow
You're
just started
spoiling my
blasting.
scenery.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay, this guy's gone, so there is one left on the floor. He will stand up.
I'm
Look
pretty
at
sure he's
Peter.
got it.
Here come the horns.
willpower.
Oh, damn it. Damn you, priest. He does nothing.
You've got this, right, Peter?
This guy will spend his turn reloading his crossbow.
Yeah, he's pretty got it. He seems like he's into it.
I guess. Standing failure. He does not reload his crossbow.
He drops the bolts, much like dropping bullets in the middle of a zombie apocalypse in a cliche
Philippe,
style.
It is your turn. There is one left all the way in front at the horses, having a fight with Peter. But behind you down the road, they were 100 yards away, but they are slowly getting closer. They're about like 50
How many are
yards
there?
away now. Like a group, make me like a quick perception test. A lot of them are like hiding amongst the trees in the bushes and stuff. You just get like glimpses of like darting red eyes, like beady little eyes in the shadows of the forest. You think
Got
around
them.
like 25.
And they're all like that? Most of them look the same?
They all are like the same, except there is one big one. It seems to
How's
be
he
like...
seeing this if he got -5? Unless he must be seeing, unless you're telling him the wrong stuff because he got -5.
Yeah, I completely told him the wrong number. He thinks
Okay.
it's 35. But you definitely see one that's bigger than the other. He's like in the middle of the road, like with the others surrounding him, so he's definitely easy to spot, so even with a -5.
I'm
No,
turning
that's not a good
around.
sign.
I'm gonna full on charge into him.
It was nice knowing you, Philippe. See you in the next life.
Okay, on your horse.
Yeah.
Okay, do me an intimidate roll.
Intimidate. Do I get an advantage? What
I mean,
about
from what?
this?
The enemy's in a
Virtue of
group.
knightly temper.
Oh wait, no, that ain't intimidate. I thought it.
You have like a virtue that helps you with charging, right? Or was that not this
Yeah,
character?
that's the thing that I put in, ain't it?
If you successfully wound an opponent at the end of a charge attack, you may immediately make another free attack. Okay. Yeah, you can do that if you manage to successfully wound one of them during your charge.
Okay. So intimidate, fail. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Oh no, you're not.
Oh, yes, he is.
Meanwhile, Vern Hederick on top of the wagon is just screaming at the guards at the gate. Let us in! Open the gatehouse now! An impressive success. You charge forward with on your mount towards the enemies in a heroic charge. All these beastmen, they seem to like, at the mere sight of you with your glowing helmet riding through this dark forest, they immediately just disperse and are running into like all the different directions in the forest. You hear various war horns like sounding like "Ba-ba, ba-ba."
Even the
That's
big guy?
it,
Yeah, he's just stomping off.
That's the
Is he
greatest Bretonnian
jumped in
I've
the
ever
forest
seen.
yet? I want to fucking
That's
fight
got to be
him.
the best Bretonnian I've ever seen.
Yeah, they all just like
So it
dispersed in
would
the
seem.
forest. This, behind the scenes, this fight had a morale mechanic behind them. If you did enough damage to them, their morale breaks and they disperse. And you guys have definitely done enough damage. You have, like, caused so much decimation.
All a la carte, to be fair.
I'm sorry, Total War? Does that sound like, Chris?
So yeah, they're all
Using
gone. They
mechanics
just
from
disappear
Total War.
into the forest. What do you do, Philippe?
Said you all pussies, and then I want one back.
Okay. And that is the
Ah,
end
yes.
of combat. Oh no, that's still
What
the guy
is-
at the front. He
what is
is
the
going to
heroic
try to get
victory?
away, but he's currently in combat, so he can't disengage. He does nothing. The horse is with you. So Milo, you get to go.
You got this, Peter.
Take the shots.
Should we just let Peter take this one?
Let him take it. I'll relax in some fatigue.
Okay,
Peter!
that's your turn.
You better kill this thing. If you don't,
Do you
you're out
want
of
to
the
do
party.
the roll to transfer your advantage to Peter?
Oh yeah, as I end my go already. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And that was me saying it. I'm like, yes, Peter, you better kill him, or you're out of the party.
Let me just check which one exactly it is again. I think it's leadership.
It is
Leadership or fellowship, because they both run off the same thing. I think it is.
Yeah, leadership. Best in combat. Transfer 1 advantage per success level to an ally.
Can I use intimidation? Like, if you don't fucking do this, you're out of the fucking group.
You can use intimidate in combat to cause fear to intimidate targets, or you may use intimidate skill instead of melee when defending to cause target to back away. To give you to transfer your
I get-
advantage, it is leadership.
Oh mate.
Nope, Peter, you suck. You're not gonna make it.
Oh.
What would this be? An average or challenging?
+0, challenging.
You can do it, Peter. Believe in Katia.
Ooh, you can give up to 4 advantages to Peter.
He can have.
How many do you?
On offer. He gets 2 advantages.
Okay, nice. With that, Alucard, it's your turn, as he just finishes off the beast.
Believe in the god that believes in you. Katia is the one for you.
Guess I'll go over the side of the cart, jump down, and just stab him.
No, Alucard!
No!
What?
He needs to learn!
No, stab him. Oh,
What a
hang on.
shame.
I haven't given myself advantage.
See this?
Ooh.
See, this is why these adventurers don't get any better.
An impressive
Stabby, stabby.
success. 14 damage in the arm. Let's see how well he opposes it. Ooh, impressive as well.
Quite well, but not enough.
10.
Oh,
What's that from?
why did that just become a critical?
Because you went over his like max health.
No.
He's dead. That's only really for bosses. But you dislocated his shoulder. And he died.
I think you dislocated his shoulder by like cutting his arm off.
That's the end of combat. Thank you, Master, says Peter, as you like swoop in to
You're
steal
welcome.
his kill.
One
Come
more
on,
for the
Alucard,
pile.
you got this. You had it.
I'm just so disappointed. I get back on the car.
You've broken the beastman's morale. The ungors begin to flee. The gores begin to flee. All the horde ones are fleeing. The remaining ones that were fighting continue fighting. That was the guy on the floor because he couldn't get away unless he had advantage, which he did not. Everybody disengages. The enemy flees, and for now you are safe. You hear the sound of braying, howling, and war horns from the trees all around you. What do you do?
Are they gonna open the gates or?
And to
Head
open the
back to the
goddamn
wagon.
gate.
Open the gates! Slowly but surely.
Peter,
the
get
wagon-
up here before you get left
The
behind.
portcullis is opening.
Ah,
Peter jumps back onto the wagon. You're all aboard.
well, this went
The hype
well.
train.
No,
Okay, cool. If it went on for a little bit longer, the guards would have started shooting crossbows and stuff like that, but you took care of them real fast.
Scrubs.
Okay, now the gate eventually opens and the wagon drives into the grounds. I am supposed to give you handout number 2.
We don't need your stinking handout.
You want my handout?
Sure, why not?
These are not actually labeled as 1 or 2, so I have to go and dig for which one number 2 is.
Ah, I was too busy looking for you guys. I never looked for a fight pit in fucking Uber Strike. Ah, damn it. Oh well, at least that. I say I found religion in the way. You know, that's much better. Hey, hey, priest, we can pray together now.
We don't need another religious person on this party.
I liked him better when he hated it.
I'm gonna make him just hate religion. What? Why?
Didn't actually say that, I'm just joking.
I know. So, halfling, you got a god you prayed to?
Listen, I don't like
I've got a fly here.
Could you
Just pass
stop
in the
with
fire.
religion? I think we already have enough religious people on this party. We don't need you to become religion.
Sake, I'm actually a priest and I don't go around doing this.
Hey, listen, guide to guide, you know
Okay.
what I'm saying.
So show your players handout 2 to give them a better feel for the geography of the lodge. So boop, you can see this. The Grunchwall Hunting Lodge. The
Ah, it's a
gatehouse
shithole.
is up there. That's where you're entering from. There's a stable, a garden shed, a forge, a pond, which may or may not count as a lake, a shrine, and a manor house.
Do you not have a map for this?
Pardon me.
I think I might have just noticed the issue with the VR.
Oh,
You
What?
figured it out?
I think so. The well, not the whole resolution thing, but the whole reason why it might still be lagging. It says I have 8 gigabytes of RAM instead of 16. I think one of the cards isn't in right.
oh.
That would explain a few things.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you have to like until you hear it go like a little click.
Yeah, he hasn't put it in right. Sausage. I don't even think I have a screwdriver down to do this thing.
But yeah, I
You're
have a
not going to
map.
be messing with your PC while you're doing this, are you? Or...
No.
Well,
I don't know.
Don't.
The manor house stands 2 stories high. It is broad, granulated roof giving it a practical military appearance. It has seen better days. Ivy creeps up the stone walls, windows are filthy with grime and the brick chimney stack on the roof is crumbling. The building is surrounded by a large garden which is comprised of overgrown flower beds and a lawn of long grass, a pond and a small orchard. Several wooden buildings are enclosed by the outer wall, a dilapidated coach house and stables, a block of kettles that echo with loud barking, and a forge hidden away in a corner of the perimeter wall. A ramshackle shrine stands at one end of the garden. A wagon creaks to a halt opposite to the coach house, and Hendrik disembarks to unhitch the tired horses. 3 stable hands sullenly watch him, none of them offering to help, until Hendrik snaps and orders one to take the horses. And Hendrik looks at you guys and come, let's enter the manor and meet with Lord Schaffenberg. Some of you had the pleasure of meeting him before, others have not.
don't seem to have a lot of respect for this man, Gress.
The servants? No, not really.
That's never a good sign.
What do you mean?
Grace, I'll whisper to him. I know why you want us to investigate this place. Your men sure like to take their time to follow orders.
Are you whispering this to Hendrik?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. There is some dissension amongst the servants. This is why you are here, but for now you're just here to be movers, as agreed?
Yes, yes.
I agreed to be a god.
Yes.
Me and my friend here.
Come with me. And he takes you to the gatehouse where the other guards are standing in their mail shirt and their potted helmet. Guards, this man here is to to help oversee the protection of the lodge for these. He is an expert at fending off these beastly creatures that you just saw outside, so he will be some sort of mentor to the guard. Look at him for guidance and listen to his advice. The guards kind of like just lean on their like on their halberd, and they kind of just like very lazily nod, like yeah.
I'm gonna
great.
tap
That
it
Sorry,
out.
cough was not me just like clear my throat in real life. That was in game. It's just like, I'm also guard.
Yes, and this man in the imposing armor as well. As you can see, they look like capable warriors, so try not to rile them up too much. Yes, master.
Wait a
I'll
minute.
actually, I'll take my helmet off and just so I don't look as frightening, just like.
Wait, what's happened? Why is it so dark?
I was like, wait a minute, am I one of the only fucking movers here?
You and
Yeah. Mover.
Peter.
Man, I can't
So
see
was Milo
shit.
and so was Zulnet.
I'm not moving.
Well,
Anything.
don't want for priest.
Well, I'm more of a religious support kind of guy. It's gonna be. It's easier to explain.
Wait, what? Why we had to?
Oh, so literally the only mover. Alright, let's do this. The priest is here for moral
Original
support.
Joey.
The
Joey.
OG Joey token.
Ah.
And one of them's leaning on a halberd, yeah?
Yeah, like a spear.
I'm gonna tap the spear and say, stand up straight.
He kind of like comes to attention. Yes, sir. To be a leadership.
Yes! Yes!
Solnet, Conan, Milo, Alucard, Philippe, and Peter. Did I forget anyone? No, I think I grabbed everyone. Your mounts are here as well, but they're just being stabled. Well, for Philippe, that is.
Damn it, I did it again. It's still a success, though.
Stunning success.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that should grab
Meant to be challenging. Do it every time.
Lord Hedrick. And Lord Ricard Aschaffenburg.
Something about this table seems familiar.
Oh
about
yeah, it
Ricard
has the
seems
same
familiar.
like foot layout as the mention of my noble character in the other game.
How's Joey's card shop going? Rickard, are you making your money back?
A different universe. A bear of a man, sporting a bushy dark brown beard, and wearing gold. Let me try that again. A bear of a man, sporting a bushy dark brown beard and wearing gold chains over his ermine robes with fashionable slashed sleeves, strides from the manor and across the overgrown garden. He bellows an ebullient greeting to the characters as he draws closer. Hendrik bows before the man and introduces him as Lord Ricard Aschaffenburg. The nobleman slaps the nearest player on the back, with a wide grin on his face.
So, as I say,
So
who? The
let's
priest or
slap!
me?
You're the movers! I met some of you on the boat, did I not?
Wait, is this
I
Zulnet?
believe you did.
No, this guy.
No.
Oh, Zulnet's not there. Okay, refresh.
Maybe
Okay,
he's
yeah.
hidden by the statues?
No, he's just not there. Like, I can see everybody in there.
Okay.
Weird.
I can see him as well.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that is like
If you can see him from your angle, then
walls
you...
and stuff block your vision if
definitely-
you
I mean,
like,
I can't
if
see
have your
you from
token
my
selected.
angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I couldn't see it all.
Yeah, I can't see him from here.
Yeah, weird.
Uh,
I didn't see him at all when you were putting them down. To be fair.
But yeah, give me a challenging
Yeah, he's back.
perception test on that.
a challenging what?
Perception.
He's there.
Steps.
Perception. So I put
Oh,
you
I just
guys
realized I
inside,
clicked with the
but this is
program
still
rules.
like
Oh, sorry.
happening outside in front of the building.
Why the fuck
Um,
am I out here?
We could do
no,
that
I
on
just
the other
refreshed
map.
really quick.
Everyone's talking.
Yeah, so
How did you perception roll them? Impressive.
Mad.
You gotta reroll that?
Why, is the negative consequences?
No, I'm just asking.
You never know.
Okay, now that you're saying that, I'm probably going to.
Going to.
He's got
get
nice
it,
shoes
okay.
on.
Success. You notice a face staring at you guys, at the newcomers, from a first floor window.
Do they, like, retreat into the window when I look back at them?
There's just some guy staring out. He, you catch like a glimpse of him where he looks like very heavily bandaged on the face, like he suffered some horrible wounds.
Hello, Gregor. Is it Gregor?
Yeah. But it's the real Gregor. They are from this adventure, all these NPCs.
Yeah. I just stole them first. It's in my adventure first, bitch. Sorry.
Right. Anyway, yes, you met some of us on the boat. We're here to assist you.
Yes. Come, let us talk further inside. The weather is quite awful out here.
Indeed.
Please take my leave, men. Come on in.
What the fuck are you doing in here? You're a guard. Get outside.
Alucard's coming in.
Well, aren't we supposed to be guarding?
Yeah, but we need to talk with the Lord first.
Okay.
The men are a bit confused, the soldiers, but they're just standing there, like staying at their guard posts.
Will just be one moment, lads. We have to talk with the Lord.
But yeah, Lord Aschaffenburg leads you across the overgrown lawn and into the manor house. You first enter the Great Hall. It is a
Nice.
very, like, grand, very well decorated room with many, like, hunting trophies and stuff on the wall. It is a very, like, fancy lord's room.
I'm gonna dry my cloak.
Okay.
Door on the floor.
Aschaffenburg strides across the hall, up a flight of stairs, onto the landing, and into his private room. So he's just like darting off, expecting you guys to follow him.
Okay.
Oh, I thought we were
Okay.
talking to the Lord. Philippe said we're talking to the Lord. All right, I'll put my cloak back on. It's wet.
Oh, I didn't mean to ping there.
Ah!
Oh, hello.
Oh, God, they've already got me on the couch.
Hello, Stetsy. Oh, wait. Was I meant to be moved? Ah.
What?
You were in the wrong room.
Did you say hello sexy to me?
No, I'm just going to come and sit down here.
Alucard, I think you chose
Oh,
the
wait,
right
no.
decision to make them have a man. They go,
What is this thing,
You
sir?
fuck off.
you should be outside, you're a guard. What bullshit is this?
What is what thing?
This thing, the spinny thing.
Yes, they call it a globe. Sailors that have traveled across the world have like marked out have created this curious item using their maps. They say that the world is round. If you keep going one direction, you end up at the other side again.
Fascinating.
Yes,
that be
indeed.
I'm going to take out my maps, Chris, of Grand Bretonia, blah blah blah, and just compare it.
Okay. Yeah, you like the area that's on your map is like on it, but the coastlines and stuff are a bit off. This is just like roughly like man-made. They don't have like
Yeah.
ways to look from the sky what it actually looks like. It's not
Interesting.
100% accurate.
Hmm.
Yes. So you two are the guards that have been hired to whip some of my guardsmen into shape.
Aye.
Do you have any what kind of means are you gonna use to get my men in tip-top shape so that they can fight off these beastly menaces that keep raiding us from the forest?
Training them until they drop.
Yes, and train them against dummies.
So basically, against Philippe.
Mm. Sounds good. Just make sure that none perish. Manpower is hard to come by over here.
Of course not. We'll be
We're gonna
using
train
training
them
swords
discipline as
or
well.
sticks or whatever you have lying around. Do you have any training swords? Non-sharpened ones?
Yes, we can fashion up some wooden swords. It should be no problem.
Excellent.
Now, the others, you are here to move all the chests that were on the carriage outside. You need to move them inside post haste. That'll be your job for now.
For now.
Okay.
And you will be paid your silver shillings as agreed upon.
All right.
Groovy.
Okay.
Does he know we're investigating, Chris?
Well, he got us to do it.
Yeah. Or was it just the other guy? I'm trying to think if I'm supposed to bring it up.
Well,
So,
has it been retconned that we didn't talk to him?
The movers can get to it, and Vern Hendrik says, "You there and you there." He points at Peter and Gordon. "Follow me. We'll go and get started on these boxes."
Right.
Can get through the door because it's not aligned with a square.
Motherfucker, you're right. Ah!
Who built this thing? It makes no sense.
Yeah, he leads you back outside to the wagon while the others are inside. As we have discussed earlier, you are also here for a more secretive task. The Lord continues saying as the others have left the room.
Yes, can you provide us with more details, sir?
Yes, the staff has been acting up a bit. They're more, how would you say? They don't quite listen to orders like they should. They are slow on the uptake. They seem to be spending their free time doing God knows what. I just have my suspicions that something is going on here. And since I just recently got given this manor, I would like for everything to be perfect and in tip-top shape for my upcoming wedding. So I would like you to investigate and see what the staff is up to.
And does this have anything to do with the beast creatures that we saw outside?
I don't know, and I surely hope not. But if you think that there might be a link...
Is that a fox?
Running off later.
See ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does the fox say?
That is a
I'm
fox.
off. See you later.
On him.
Oh yes, draped around the shoulder.
Is it alive?
No, he's not carrying a live fox on him.
Ah, that's disappointing. I would have just loved it just to growl. And then
Sometimes
Still
we
have to
produce
growl.
animal and produce a fox from inside it. It's like, hey, look what I can do. Like, open its mouth, just go, here's a fox.
Yes. So you should head up, start training the guards. I don't know if the guards are part of this conspiracy with the servants. That is up to you to discover. Also, the others should start to get moving. Do not raise any more suspicions, but keep an eye out for the following people that are in my court, in my service. There is Gregor Pearson, who is the steward of the lodge. There is we have a doctor in the lodge as well, Dr. Stefan Siegler. He's a fine physician. If you ever find yourself wounded or are in need of medical attention, you can bring yourself to him. He makes good use. There is Otto Geisels, the local librarian. We have Albrecht Krusch, the coachman, who takes care of the coaches. He was your driver up here. You should have seen him already. Carla Wagner is our cook. Peter Koch is one of the guards. Bertolt Granov is our gardener. Gunnar Wetzel, a servant. Hanna Drelst, a servant. Konrad Voss, a servant. Josef Beckmark, a servant.
Could you write all this down on a piece of paper, please?
I will attempt to do so.
I think we should work cock first.
Of course you do.
Yeah, look, my Alucard is more like the abridged Alucard. Get over it. He's a bit more sexualized. That was a 70-inch plasma screen television. So, what can I do you for?
Okay, that should be the list.
It's a reference to Helsing Abridged, the thing Alucard's from.
Okay.
Yeah. Someone busts his new television. He's not happy. Peter Cook.
Peter Cock.
Yeah, he thinks 3D's a shitty fucking gimmick and everybody knows it.
It's Carla Halfling.
Carla? I don't know. Could be.
Just thinking that I'm pretty sure that's the name of the halfling in my guild.
So yes, that's a list of people that are currently in my employment.
And do you have any other family, or is it just you?
Currently it is just me. I am expecting my lovely soon-to-be wife to arrive anytime soon.
Ah, yes, I believe your servant mentioned that. Sorry. With the taco side, details are a little fuzzy.
Yes.
Maybe I'll talk to Yalakot about that later.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we get back to the guards then?
Yes.
We'll take our leave, sir, unless there's anything else you wish to discuss.
I actually have something to discuss with you. Who should I investigate first?
Hmm.
Let's go from the top of the list.
Well,
I'd
you
say.
can't really investigate, but just whoever walks by, I guess. I mean, you have to move the boxes. We're going to check out the guard.
Yeah.
Why might be hard?
I'll go check this with the servants.
Yeah, check with the servers in the house. We'll check with the guard, and we'll see about the gardener if he's working outside. Hopefully not in this godforsaken rain.
Well, good luck on that.
And sir,
Actually,
Yes.
I heard that you have a lake, a pond.
Yes, there is a pond on the premises.
Are we
All,
allowed to go around it?
All the stuff around the manor has not
You're
really
not
been,
gonna find the lady of the lake in the pond.
all the surroundings have not really been maintained over the years since it was abandoned by its previous master, so the grass is a bit overgrown, the plant life is a bit overgrown, so the pond has not... It's not the nicest looking at the moment.
So you're telling me
Okay.
the grass isn't greener over here then? This is bullshit.
Do we have your permission to investigate the upstairs as well?
For now, just blend in with the other movers, see what you can learn.
Very well. I'm gonna keep an eye out, see if I see the guy I saw looking out the window is all.
Okay. Cool. So you're all expected to carry a chest. Except for the guard guys, of course.
yeah. So I'll take my leave then.
I'll go with him.
You have to go diagonally through that. It's funky.
Pain in the ass.
Oh,
Do you think this leads outside?
yeah. Let's
There
go.
we go.
Oh, the
Daylight!
We're professionals already.
I just
Yeah.
flipped my PDF like sideways. How the fuck did I do this?
Did you move it close to the side?
What was that?
What is
Hey, look
that?
in there. Seems he has some sort of armory.
Oh,
That's good. Good to take note of in case there's another attack.
yeah. We may want to get some more armor cleared and all that stuff.
Or if the peasants revolt, that's probably where they'll get the weapons from.
Right.
We need to inspect the armor as well.
Yes, actually. All right, lads. We're going to be doing some training, and we're going to check out your armor and stuff. Come with us. We're going to get you some practice weapons.
Yes, sir. And they follow you around. And the rest of you, you are expected to carry crates, unless if you are visually wounded.
BRB.
Now, am I visually tired, Chris?
Just tired, but you're not wounded, so you have to carry a crate.
Well, shit.
And Hendrik is helping you out, surprisingly. He seems like a bit like stuck-up character, but he's helping carrying these boxes. And under his breath, you can hear him muttering about a lazy staff. But nobody else comes to lend a hand. No staff comes to like help. It's just you guys and Hendrik.
It's alright, Gress, I'm sturdy.
Okay. You're sturdy, so you can carry the stuff.
Yeah. Can we do a strength check then?
Sure. Make me a strength test.
Is this average or more, or what is it? Easy? How big are these boxes? They've got handles and shit. Like what?
they're
What
like
are we doing?
they're like your typical like treasure chests and like games with like two handles on the side, like a rounded lid at the top.
So average then?
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm gonna re-roll that. Fuck that.
All his belongings are heavier than you thought.
Yep.
Oh, you very easily make your way through these chests.
I lifted with my back instead of my legs. You know, sorry, rookie mistake. There we go. Fuck it, give me another one. I can do 2.
Okay, so you're just moving boxes. The rest of you that are moving boxes, do me a strength test as well to see if you can carry them.
It's alright, I can take another one, Grist.
I'm
Give me
back.
another box.
Plus 20.
I thought I was just here for moral support, and I don't know how the halfling's gonna lift a box.
I'm not gonna lift a box.
Okay, so it's just Conna and Peter, and you guys are just kind of watching.
Fucking picking up the slack over here. Look at this bullshit.
I'm just gonna be
That's
keeping
why
an
you're
eye
here.
out.
Mate, you should have just been guards.
Yeah, halfling as a guard. Yeah, and they're not gonna take me
Oh, mate, I
seriously.
think you're cutting yourself a little bit short over there, buddy.
Oof.
You should have bigger aspirations.
Yeah, just out of kind of the distance.
Okay. Eventually, once all the boxes have been moved, Lord Rickard Aschenberg makes his way down to you guys. It's like, right, well, you all have the rest of the day off, and he kind of does like a little wink.
Sure thing. I say that sarcastically.
What? Why is he winking? Was-
Shut
was-
up,
was-
stupid.
I don't know what's going on. No one's filled me fucking in.
Meet me in the Great Hall for dinner this evening, and we'll discuss matters further after the meal. Which reminds me, what would you like for dinner? Our chef is preparing goose or venison tonight. I recommend the venison.
Well, if you recommend it.
Yeah, if you recommend it, we'll have
Sure,
it.
I love medicine.
Okay. Can you speak for your companions that are leading the guards at the moment? Or should I send?
I'm
We're just
sure
down
they
here,
don't
sir.
mind. I'm sure they won't mind.
Oh,
Hello.
hello, Ben. How goes the training?
They're a bit rusty around the edges, but I think we can whip them into shape.
Yeah.
Yes, well, not the Ben, but for you, the ones training them, you're invited to dinner tonight. We have goose or venison. I recommend the venison.
I'll have the goose, please.
Goose?
I think I'll have the goose as well.
Okay. 2 goose. And you guys wanted the venison, right?
Yep.
Yep.
If he
Oh.
recommends it.
I'll inform the chef and it'll all be prepared for tonight.
Hope you guys enjoy eating beast, man.
What?
I don't know. I just have a very funny feeling that Chris is doing a Walking Dead thing.
Oh.
I would like the
Definitely, yeah.
goose, please, sir.
Oh,
Chris
okay.
just goes quiet and ignores me. I'm like,
Uh,
Yeah, that's what I was like. I would
so
like the
I'll
goose,
be
sir.
okay. 3
Metagamer.
goose, 2 venison. I'll be retiring for the rest of the day. If you have any questions, ask them now. I've heard from my servant here that you had a run-in with some of the beastly creatures outside of the walls.
If I'm your servant, I told you.
Yeah, he's servant.
Oi.
You're in, you're in his
Yes.
service at the moment.
They are nasty pieces of work, aren't they? We thought we'd seen the last of them when they attacked last week.
Last week. You don't think that's weird that they keep coming back?
The blasted creatures just don't know when to quit. We suspect they might still be in the area. And now, you've proved it. That makes your presence here doubly important.
They are so getting revenge for him eating beastmen. They are so getting.
The sooner we get this mess straightened out, the sooner we can address the beastman problem.
Beastmen are typically chaotic regardless, but we'll see.
Yeah, he kinda like leans
We
into
can
the
teach him
priest
to
and
love.
says like, the two problems couldn't be related, could they? How the mind grows suspicious out here in the woods. And he takes his leave. He waddles off.
Because the priest didn't say fucking shit.
Yeah, I ain't saying shit.
So, did we get your names, gods?
No, sir.
Well, who's the highest rank here? Who's in charge
We are.
of them when we ain't here?
The highest rank would be Peter.
Peter.
Peter, come
Oh.
over here.
Yes.
Not that Peter.
Peter Griffin,
So where is he now? Shouldn't he be here with you lads?
It is me, Peter.
Where did you
Where
come
were
from,
you
Peter?
Where were you hiding?
I was on the walls.
Alright. Get in line,
Okay.
soldier.
Yeah, go in line.
Who are these gentlemen? Boys? They're here to train
We
us.
are your
sir.
superiors.
Oh,
We've been hired in order to teach us a few tricks of the sword.
that's
We're out
very
of stick.
impressive
Grab some
armor
stick.
you're wearing. I've not seen this on Imperial Knights before.
I
No
don't know which
Imperial
one of
Knights
us
has got
he's
the
talking
training
to.
of us. Well, I was expecting him talking to both of us, so that's why I said no Imperial
Ah.
Knights got the training of us.
Yeah.
Ah, so where are you from, if you don't mind me asking?
Can't you tell from my accent?
It's a bit weird sounding, but I haven't really gone far out of the Reichland.
You'll get to know later if you're doing a good job.
I'm from Musselon.
Far away place, sir?
Far away enough.
Oh well, it looks like we are in capable hands. What are your orders?
Alright, grab yourself a wooden sword. Pair up. Well, we've got one extra now, so you'll have to go up against one of us. Choose
Yes.
your poison.
What's the initiative test for?
To copy Aiden's accent.
Okay.
When he
You have
said,
that
is it
talent.
because of my accent? I was like, yeah, I can copy that. I should probably do that.
Okay, so now we start chapter 2 of the adventure, where you're pretty much free to explore the manor grounds and uncover all kind of secrets. But there are a bunch of like little bits and pieces that I hadn't got the time to like put down yet. I thought that the fight with the beastmen on the road would take way longer than you guys just decimating them immediately. So
You gotta keep in mind Alucard's
Yeah.
sword just puts
I'm
things
a
down.
bit underprepared. I don't mind continuing, but it'll be slow because I'll have to create stuff on the fly. And if you guys don't mind, I would think that this is a good spot to like call it and like continue this next Saturday then.
I mean, I'm fine with calling it for now if you need more time to do things, Chris.
Yeah, it'll definitely go way smoother next time then once I've got like stuff set up. And we've been going for like 3 hours now, which I think is like a good amount of time for a
It's
session.
fairly good. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
the longest, but it's all right. Yeah.
So yeah, because this is
just
like,
like the elk.
it's an open-ended story. So like depending on what you do, when you discover it, in what orders you discover it, it can vary a lot to like what's gonna be the ending. So I need to like.
And when you say
set
vary
up
a
for
lot,
that.
you really mean it, and you're not giving us the telltale thing where later on it won't matter whatsoever.
It's all predetermined. You can't save the characters you want to save. No, it's supposed to be open-ended, which is why I picked this. It's kind of like a clue situation almost, like find the clues in all the rooms, who did what where, which I thought was interesting.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
Is there anybody we actually want to save besides Peter that we're obligated to save?
Well, not save, but I'm wanting to investigate the person I saw at the window since they seemed sus.
Tiptoe to the window, by the window, that's where I'll be. That's as high as you get in there, boys. I don't even know if I fucking picked up on it.
Where did
Jesus.
that come from?
You never heard that
By the window.
remix?
Remix.
Well, though I always looked up.
Conjuring.
Okay.
Was it in Conjuring or Insidious? I think it was Insidious.
I'm gonna look it up.
That's what I remember it being from. The fucking ghosts everywhere.
Yeah, if we're calling it here, then I'm gonna slap you guys some experience. And what was the
Chris, like,
for
before
now
we finish,
short
I was
goal
gonna
you
ask
came
the
up with?
servant something.
Oh,
Help
yeah.
Peter,
Okay,
I
go ahead.
guess.
If there's like a room that's not been used, I can put my armor and weapon. You know, it would kind of look suspicious to have weapons and armor.
Yeah. Definitely. He'll find some place to accommodate all your stuff and keep it safe. So you can look like normal workers walking around the grounds, like investigating stuff.
I'm keeping my shit with me. I ain't taking it off. Like even without shit, like I'd still look.
I'll just keep my armor on because if I remove it, I get encumbered.
Okay.
We'll just say that I'm not wearing anything.
Okay, cool. So you get 100 experience for the session.
Not
And
me.
earlier, because of the travel event, you guys could select like a pretty much like 2 short-term goals for your little party. I know that one is help Peter. What was the other one you guys decided on? Or did you end
Do
up
the
not
job.
pick one?
Well, I put help Peter as mine, so.
Oh
Wasn't
yeah,
it what?
do the job.
Yeah, did a lot job.
Okay. So keep that in mind. Write that down as like, I don't know, like a separate short-term goal or something next to your
This-
already one of finding Peter.
This
so
is
you
what
don't
I
forget.
put.
Yeah, that'll do. That'll give you some extra experience then once you're done here. So you got 100 for now for this session.
Okay. Let me
and
get my calculator.
I like the way
Sorry.
you all interacted with each other in the taverns, in the brothel, like getting with the brothel prostitutes, but not being too ranchy, keeping it like just funny and entertaining enough. I'm gonna give you all 50 for roleplay, so 150 in total.
Ah. We must have gone fuck now. We must have gone good. Fuck.
I get nothing.
Yeah, and is there anything you guys would like to add? Any questions you have? Anything you're like wondering?
Who's
Not
the
really.
most gentle
No.
lover out of all of us, Chris?
Who's
I guess
what?
apart
I think Alucard should get more XP for fucking with Philippe and Conan.
yeah, I do agree. Give yourself like an extra 10.
Oh, thanks. Oh dear. That means the total XP I've earned is 5555. That's nice.
Ooh.
I
Can't
was
wait.
gonna say,
for
yes, is there
666.
any way other than like a trainer or an endeavor I could get my intelligence up?
It's not part of your
Library.
main characteristics that you can
Any
level
of
up.
them? Any of the career like levels? No.
Yeah, that I think one of the endeavors allows. Yeah, I was reading it earlier for Conna, and one of the endeavors allows you to increase a characteristic that's not part of your career.
Yeah, so there's no way other than that, or like getting a trainer and getting them to teach me shit, I guess.
Hmm.
Because you can do a trainer thing, can't you, even without an endeavor? Isn't there a thing about for that or something? I remember doing that.
The getting a trainer is an endeavor.
Oh, nuts.
Can I? I need to talk to Alucard about that.
So pretty much what I'm thinking is we'll do the lodge here. We'll get up to whatever hijinks you guys get up here, what you discover, what you end up not discovering, and then once you leave this place on the journey back to Ubersreich or wherever you intend to go, like to Sylvania or whatever, we'll do an endeavor after this to improve yourself a bit.
Thank you. Because my spills is not going well. And it rules of intelligence.
I'm thinking, because I am done with the priest thing now. I've got all the trappings as well.
Ooh, and the talents.
Well, some of them aren't finished, but I'm not interested in finishing all of them. But I
Yeah.
did get free and bookish, which is for research help, and it also feels like a bit more fitting
Nerd.
character-wise.
Yeah, there is a library here, so if you like go through the books and stuff like that talent will definitely help.
Yeah. I mean, the only things I could eat up are etiquette, cultists, and blather, but I mainly just got them to have them for the talents.
So what's your plan then? You going to become a battle priest or?
Actually, it goes to High Priest after this, and then Lector if I complete High Priest. Although I doubt we'll get that far. Who knows?
Okay, cool. But that's pretty much it for today then. You guys still just updating your character, adding your XP and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think what I should spend it on. I want to keep it like
I'm
100.
considering. I'm
It's
considering
100 for the
upping-
endeavor, isn't it, Chris?
It depends, but most of them are 100, yes.
Yeah, I'm just going to try and keep 100 on my then. What's upgrade?
I'm pushing 100 for the talents, but for main characteristic, it's much less.
Yeah, but it depends on how often you wanna like upgrade it, right?
I need to pick something for my fearless everything, don't I? Because we figured out that. Where did my fearless everything go?
It's not anything. It's like you have to pick one.
Yeah,
Same
you have
for,
to
like,
pick
The
one.
Aidan, I
name
think.
is very misleading.
Yeah, so Beastmen, Greenskins, Outlaws, Witch, Watchman, and Witches. I've already got
I'm surprised
vampires.
vampire. It hasn't said surprised vampire.
I think I need to pick one as well.
Yeah, because I'm not
I
scared
mean-
for Greenskin, so I don't need that. And I'm not, and vampires are my hatred, so I don't need that. So I will pick, I guess the first one, Beastmen.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be handy in the hanging out in the Empire Forest.
Yeah, I think I'll just go left or right, and then when I
Dude.
pick another level, Beastman,
I don't remember why it came up, but earlier this week, Aidan was like, we haven't really gone up against Beastmen that often in your roleplay game. As I was like setting up the Beastmen encounter, I was like, oh yeah, no, you haven't. That's weird. Like, maybe if you travel through the forest more, you would run into Beastmen more.
Played us like a damn fiddle.